Hello everyone, welcome back to my craft room. My name is Whitney Lucas. I'm with Crafty Thoughts and Whatnots, and today is a wonderful Facebook live stream of a St. Patty's Day wreath. We're going to really get all of the luck of the Irish out of our system today. More of on a natural level. This is going to be lots of florals, lots of cute stuff. Got a lot of cute ribbon, stuff like that. So I'm just going to take a few moments. I'm going to get my tablet set up so I can see your comments. And then I'll let you guys filter in just a little bit. I can see I only have a couple people, so I'm going to go ahead and let you guys file in here. And I'm going to set my tablet up down here on this way so I can watch you guys. And then I wanted to just, take a short couple minutes just to talk about some things, because I know it's been like maybe, 2 weeks since I've done a live. And then also if you're watching this on we are watching on Facebook now, but if you're watching the playback I upload to YouTube, thanks guys for hanging in with me. I know you guys haven't got a video as long as Facebook hasn't had a video, so we'll touch base on just a tiny few little things, and then I'm going to get this started over here. Let's see, clear that out. Hi guys. I see the little hearts. Loving that. Hold on, let me clear this off. There we go. Okay, St. Patty's Day, guys. Let me make sure I got my comments coming in. And it sounds like I still have my media up. I meant to turn that down. There we go. Okay, hi Marcia, Barbara, Lynn, Joanne. Nice to see your face. Thanks. Lori, Fern, Claudia, Josie. Hi guys. Thanks for joining me today. Okay, I bought this stuff like 2 weeks ago to do a St. Patty's Day wreath. And of course, I didn't get to it. I had a lot to do with work and everything else like that, and I never got to it. But we are still A-okay. St. Patty's Day is, a couple weeks away, so we're still good to go. So this is going to be a really cute wreath. So let's see. Hi from Virginia. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Susan. Hi, guys. Thanks for joining me. So we are going to do a really cute wreath. I got a bunch of flowers. I don't know if I'm going to actually use them all, but that's normally my MO. I'll buy more flowers than I need just because I like them. They're pretty. Bobby, hi. Hi, Leo. Leo, Kathleen. Hi, guys. All right. So first things first, if you guys were watching my Facebook page, I posted on that on Facebook and Instagram that I did some invitations. Now, I used to scrapbook like crazy when it first came out back in the day when it got real popular. And you always go back to like the first couple of things you make and you realize, wow, I thought that looked good. So what happens is, as an artist, you evolve and your techniques get better. You learn more things. New stuff comes out on the market to buy. So that's basically what happened with scrapbooking. But then I haven't fallen out of it. I just haven't done it for a few years. Of course, I save all this stuff. I have a whole bookcase right here dedicated to scrapbooking. Not just scrapbooking, but paper crafts too. So you guys saw I did invitations. They were for my sister. She is having her baptism, first communion, and confirmation at the end of this month. Her and my mom are joining the Catholic Church. So growing up, just short note about us, you guys, I'm just your run-of-the-mill, happy, wonderful, beautiful, non-denominational Christian. And that's just how we always are. My mom and my sister decided this year that they wanted to join the Catholic Church. So they're going through that. My sister's having all three of those goodies at the end of this month. So she asked if I would make some invitations, because I have done party invitations before. And then one other time I had a friend years and years and years ago that I did baby shower invitations for. They were really, really cute. If you guys are into paper crafting, you'll know it's not exactly, depending on how many you need, it takes a minute, even if you get like a little assembly line going, how much work you put into it, but it really is a labor of love, and they are definitely one of a kind. I love getting cards that I know are handmade, because you can tell that person wanted to give you something that they put a lot of effort to, or whatever the card they're giving you, it means something to them. It has a greater meaning than just your average store-bought card. Store-bought cards are not bad, guys. They're not bad. But these things are not for the faint of heart if you're a card maker. I may have put a little bit more into these than I wanted to. I put pictures up, but I wanted to show you guys in person. This is basically the card that I made. And I know it's flipped again, you guys. I'm not going to figure it out. For whatever version of Android I have for my phone, I cannot get Facebook to switch it. And I use my phone in landscape, so we're just going to have to deal. So it's backwards. It says, "The Lord is my shepherd." And it is embossed. I don't know if you can see that. See how that shines? That's embossing powder. So I used embossing powder and a stamp. And then I got some pearls, a pearl and some things here. And then this is a couple layers. I'm just super proud of this. This right here is a piece of yarn, believe it or not. This is that scrubby yarn you can use to make, you can make dish scrubbies out of it. So I was like super proud of that. And then when you open the card, you've got your first level here, and it says, "He restores my soul." And that too is also embossed. I don't know if you'll be able to catch that, the shine on it. This too is embossed on the front. And then I'm going to kind of come back out here, because then when you open up inside, that's all the details and the information. Then on the back, there's the Handmade from the Heart that I put on everything. That's a stamp. It's a little stamp my mama got me a long time ago back in the day for all the stuff I make. You guys saw that on my Christmas ornaments, but I'm super proud of this, because this usually, standard invites don't have all that information inside of them. I mean, because we've got the address, the time, who it is, and then on the left I put all the dinner reservations, because there's going to be a dinner reception prior to the ceremony. So there's all kinds of good stuff in there. So there's times and phone numbers. But I thought that was, I'm just super proud of this. It's just so pretty. And then I got a couple envelopes. I just add little stuff on the envelope. So it's just the same "He Restores My Soul" stamp and a little bit of washi tape. Well, I was trying to stick with, my sister wanted grays, whites, silvers, that type of stuff. And then I stuck some floral in there for Easter. So that's really what I did with the browns and grays. So I was just proud of myself. Just wanted to show everybody what I did. One person had asked to see some card making on a live. You guys let me know in your comments if you actually want to see a couple cards made. I could try maybe a birthday card or something like that. I've never done that live for anybody, so I don't know if that's something you guys really want to see or not. It's a lot of cutting. It's a lot of measuring. It's a lot of remeasuring. And then I have very minimal supplies, but I get it done however I need to get it done. You guys let me know. Let me check here. Hi, guys. Hi, Kim. From Northern Ireland. Wow. Peggy, hi. Thank you for sharing. Yes, thank you, Peggy. You guys share my video if you can. I appreciate all that. That helps me out. Kyle, yep, just asked me to do a live on the cards. Okay, I can do that. I do paper crafts. Do I understand the work? You do understand the work and the love they put into it. Okay, cool, Peggy. Yeah, it's different when you get a handmade card. I save all my cards anyways. Even like, you know, in the office, there's always someone who literally buys 50 cards and just writes your name on the outside of the envelope. I mean, this happens to me at most of my jobs. And I find one, I'm like, who is this person? I go, oh, well, thank you for the Christmas card. That's nice. Those are the best kind to save the fronts. And you could possibly use a punch on it and say, I mean, trust me, guys, that's a whole nother talk show. I don't want to waste time today on that. But yes, cards are fun. So if you guys want, you let me know on posts. And you can message me again. I'm still working out my messenger bot. I am going to figure it out very soon, so you guys can get notified when I go live. Let me know if you guys want to see cards. I can do it. We'll try. It's a learning process. We'll do it together. But I wanted to show everybody this because this was fun yesterday, and I hadn't done it for a few years. It's been, well, let's put it this way, it's been over 6 years since I've actually made cards, but it's fun. Okay, guys. So today's main event, St. Patty's Day. St. Patty's Day. Lita affords this is cute. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. You're going to start making some cards soon, Kyle. Yeah, it's really fun. It's easy. It's just the same as any kind of crafting. If it makes you happy, just keep doing it because your end result is just it's rewarding. Even though you're giving them away, it's still rewarding to give it to someone else. And then these are for my sister, so she's going to get to give these to everybody that she wants to invite to her baptism, communion, first communion, and confirmation. She's got a really pretty thing. I mean, you can order pre-made cards from someone, right? But it's just not the same. It's just not the same. I mean, they're pretty. I've gotten a lot, but that's a little bit different. All right, I already need a drink of water. All right, guys. Hi from Colorado. Missed you. Kathy, thank you for missing me. I missed you guys, too. All right, guys, we're going to do Grapevine Wreath. Lots of St. Patty's Day stuff. Again, I mentioned before, I bought this stuff 2 weeks ago. And it's been sitting on the floor over here because I haven't been able to get to a live. And I'm actually feeling good today. I may have injured my back again. I have old sciatic injury that seems to be angry lately. So today's been a good day. No burning. I'm okay right now. So I'm going to get it done. Beverly, glad you're doing a live. Yeah, I'm glad I'm here too. Thank you, Beverly. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Lita. Thanks, guys. Okay, so getting started. This is our main event. This guy right here is going to go on the front of the wreath. And I got this at Hobby Lobby. Hence the Hobby Lobby bag. Okay. So this is, I don't know what this is. It's probably like a grapevine type theme. If you can see here, it's like moss covered on the back. I'm sure that's made out of wire. Moss colored. And then it's got these cute little fabric. That's not paper. Those are like little fabric cutout pieces that they kind of painted and glued in there with the moss and the glue. Probably glue, spray glue or something. I don't know. But I did see today on my phone that since it's Sunday, they're closed. But this coming week, so starting tomorrow, all of their St. Patty's Day is going to be 30% off. So this guy's normally $10, regularly $10. So you'll get them 30% off if you want to go get one. And I know they have a bunch. Because again, I only went 2 weeks ago. And I believe I just saw, Julie Samaka just did this one on her channel. I saw a picture of it, so I'm thinking she just probably did a live, but I haven't been able to get on Facebook very often either. Been very busy. So this coming week's going to bring some new stuff, you guys. You're going to be really excited. Going to use a standard 18-inch grapevine wreath. That guy's going to go right on there. Then flowers and ribbon. It's your basic MO for any kind of pretty wreath we're going to make. And I got a lot of ribbon choices that I don't know which ones I'm going to pick yet. I know that I did buy. These are just white flowers I have on hand. I wanted to see. I specifically grabbed this girl right here. Look how pretty she is. I believe this is a different type of hydrangea. I want to say... Now, I know there's some sort of like strawberry, it's like strawberry something in the title. I don't know if it has to be pink, but the way the hydrangea comes to a point, it's a different type of hydrangea, and I love it. I think it's gorgeous. You guys know my obsession with wanting to live not in the desert. I want to live wherever these grow. Wherever these grow naturally, I want to be there. Peggy, yes, Julie just did, and I bought one 2 weeks ago also, but can't wait to see you. Perfect, Peggy. All right, so we'll see a different look at it, a different look at it. Hi, Sharon. Mary, your son's birthday, St. Patty's Day. Nice. Hello from Kentucky, Elsa, yes. And also Donna from Kentucky. Beehive. Oh, Peggy, you call them beehive hydrangea? I love them. So, again, wherever hydrangea grows, I need to be there someday. This one was a little bit of an expensive flower. This is also Hobby Lobby. Most of this stuff is all... Hold on. Everything that we're looking at is Hobby Lobby except the ribbon. The ribbon's going to be Craft Outlet. But everything that I have here, florals, St. Patty's Day, and the wreath is all Hobby Lobby. Blanket statements, all Hobby Lobby. When we get to the ribbon, I'll tell you guys basically it's all Craft Outlet except for one of them. One of them is going to be the old Sam's Club stuff. But this guy was a $10 stem. So this is when you go to this is when you go to Hobby Lobby on the week that they're doing the 50% off, and you get this guy for $5. Because $10, I don't know that I would have bought it. Pretty much I wouldn't have bought it if it was $10. I would have looked for a cheaper alternative. But Hobby Lobby, every other week, you guys, 50% off of all their florals. So I got this $10 guy for $5. So yeah. I spent it, but again, I'm picking one big flower, and I'm going to surround it by a little bit more inexpensive flowers, and that's really how you're going to get more of a presence. You spend a little bit on one item, and then you can put some more inexpensive items around it that you don't really have to worry about, like a lot of dollar floral bushes or $1.99 stuff that you can get at Michael's. When you mix it in with the more expensive stuff, it just helps. It helps to fill in your item, but also not break your budget. And you still get the same gorgeous look. Then I saw these guys. And I like how bright limey green they are. All the ribbon I have is all a dark emerald green to go with this this guy here. But I bought more than I need. But you see, they kind of just have a really pretty, like... I just like the bright lime green at the end of it. These are the kind that have the little styrofoam balls on them, if you guys can tell. So these were also... again, I already said that they're all... Hobby Lobby. Normally $5.99, 50% off. Got them for $2.99. And I bought way too many, but this kind of stuff is very useful in pretty much the majority of your projects. You can stick this into any wreath. This could go into Christmas because of the lime green. This could go into basically anything that you want to put greens in to support whatever floral arrangement you're making. Even if you're doing like 4th of July and you want to stick with reds or red and whites, and then you put a little green in there, you can add green because even red flowers and white flowers have green leaves. Add a little bit of green into it, and then you'll have blue ribbon, that type of thing. Unless you just want to go crazy out and you know you're not going for like a natural look, then you do red, white, and blue flowers, but you can still throw a little bit of green. So this stuff comes in handy a lot. I bought 4 of them. We're probably only going to use 2. And then here's this. I call this stuff fish tank, plasticky green. This is the stuff I used to put in fish tanks when I was little. I love it. I think it's cute. It's plastic, and it just, I remember sticking this into a fish tank with my little goldfish when I was younger. I don't know what it's called, but I love it. And since it was $400 regularly, I got it for 2. So again, Hobby Lobby, 50% off, guys. It's the best time to go. If you go there and they're not on sale and you can wait, go the next week, that following Monday, or the next weekend. Regardless, just keep track of your weeks and you will know everything you looked at and you wanted before will be 50% off. That's guaranteed going in the wreath. And then I have supporting flowers of white. We're going to have a lot of emerald in the ribbons, so I don't really want to stress out too much about having so much green in it, because even the white flowers, like I said before, have green leaves. So we've got the green clover, the greenery here, our main event, this beautiful, what I was told was beehive hydrangea. And then I thought this one would be perfect just because this is really dark leaves and they sort of look like 4-leaf clovers. I don't know. I just thought it was very cute and it looked... Can I say that a flower looks Irish? Is that bad? I mean, I don't know. It just looks like it would go in a really cute green. I mean, it looked really good. This is a bright, bright white. This is like perfect, crisp linen white. And some of the other stuff you'll see, like the middle of these flowers has some yellow in it. So, you know, I mean, we're just, and then this next to it, it almost makes these look yellow, but these are a stark white because at Hobby Lobby, these actually come in a cream color. Hobby Lobby, these come in a lot. They come in red, dark blue, purple, yellow, cream, and white. I think they have them in a bunch of different colors, and these are really good fillers, you guys. I used these on that purple lantern you saw earlier, Hobby Lobby. So I'm definitely, if I need to add more supporting flowers, this is going to be mixed in a little bit. But again, I don't want to take away too much from the hydrangea. This little freesia bush, and there's just little white, I guess, daisy type. All these bushes are at Hobby Lobby in their aisles, not in the big seasonal area where they put the, you know, the bins full of flowers in squares, but this is in their seasonal aisle where I got all these other white flowers. And this is the only one extra I bought, but I'm pretty sure I guaranteed you guys when I bought, yeah. When I bought these, I got them all 50% off. It's very, very rarely that I will actually buy flowers full price at Hobby Lobby just because I know that I can get it cheaper if I wait. And also, it'd only be like in an emergency if I had like a custom order or something and I had to get it done. I'll just go buy it full price. All right, guys, let me show you my ribbons. They're super, super cute. So, here are our 4-leaf clover options. This is all craft outlet ribbon, guys. Here's a plaid polka dot and like a, I don't know, it's not tic-tac-toe, but just, it's got little like, looks like pluses and minuses. It's kind of, I don't know. So these are our Irish ribbon themes. I'm probably not going to use this guy here, but I am going to put this, this is the Sam's Club stuff you guys saw everybody buy. So you've seen this. This is my Sam's Club ribbon. This is the bright canvasy one. It's kind of like a lighter brown. So I'm definitely going to use that one. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to use this one. This one's too bright limey greeny. It's got some glitter in it, and I want to keep this more of like a natural look. I think I'm going to go for probably, I'm going to probably go for these 3 together. I don't have any white ribbon. I went to go look, and I don't have any plain white ribbon. So, it's sort of a fib. I have a big roll of white ribbon, but it's kind of bad quality, and I don't want to put it in anything, and I've been holding on to it, and I really should just let it go, but it's over there. It's just, it has some sheer, it's like satin on the edges and sheer in the middle, and you cannot get a crisp cut on it. Anytime you either try to angle it or dovetail it, it's not a good, it's kind of heavy too, and it doesn't hold its loops. So I just pretend I don't have it, which technically means I don't, because I know I'm not going to use it. I'm just gonna hold it and save it like a ribbon hoarder. Hi, Donna from Kentucky shared. Thank you, guys. Okay. Barbara, always had that in my fish tanks. Yes, this is fish tank stuff, but it looks beautiful in a wreath. Oh, cool. All right, Peggy, they both look white on the feed. Well, good. You guys will see. You know, I'm always going to put up pictures with my studio lights at the end, so you guys will see. If you're watching the replay on YouTube, stay tuned at the very, very end. You guys will see the still shots that I take. I edit them in, so you'll be able to see all that good stuff there. What did I decide on? I decided on those three. Okay, so I'm going to put these guys out of the way. All right, got my glue skillet on right here. Got my glue gun. And what I'm going to do is I'm not going to put this on first. I know a lot of time people put their signs on first, and I've done it multiple times. I will put whatever my main focal piece is on first, but I want to wait because I want to put, I want the flowers to be not held back. I want the florals to kind of take their own life to it, and then I don't want this hidden too much, so I'm going to find a way to tuck it in off to the right. Now, I'm not going to just place it right here on the center of the wreath. We're going to have florals on one side, and this thing's going to probably come off to the side, so it's going to stick out a decent amount. So this is going to have to go in a bigger box, because you guys know I'm going to post this on Etsy, and it'll be for sale. But, yeah, this is, I'm not going to put it on just yet. So I'm going to set it off to the side here, and I'm going to get my grapevine started. So I'm going to kind of pan this down so you guys can see a lot more of my workstation here. And we're going to get started on this guy here. Hi, Jean from Ohio. Can use the white one on my straw wreaths. The white what? Oh, the white, oh, that's right. The white ribbon to wrap them. It would take a lot. I don't know if I'd have to show you. It's just not, it's just ugly ribbon. I mean, it's pretty to look at on the spool, and that's about it. After you take it off the spool, it loses all of its functionality. And that's one of the ones you don't know until you buy it. But I bought it so long ago, back at, it was a Costco. So I think I paid maybe $5 for it for 50 yards. I think I keep it just in case I might need something to like kind of hang something from, but it won't be seen, that kind of thing. But, you know, everybody knows. I'm sure everyone's got a huge stash somewhere of stuff they don't use in their craft supply. That white ribbon is my white whale is my white ribbon. Ontario, Canada. Hi, Christine. Nancy, it's good to see you too, girl. All right, so this lovely, like, they put these things with these metal pieces on these grapevine wreaths like they're, you know what I mean? Like they're the birds coming from other countries, like they're tagging them in wildlife or something. Gosh, I don't know why they can't just put, like, you see these metal rings? You guys ever notice that? These are thick metal rings that they put on these things. And it's just not just Hobby Lobby. Michael's does it too. These are crazy thick metal rings that take a decent amount. I got a good little system down to get them off, but geez, they act like they're tagging them from the World Wildlife Federation used to track the grapevine wreaths or something. All right, guys, just pulling off the pieces that are inevitably going to continue to fall off. Grapevine wreaths, if this is your first time attempting and you're just now watching this video, grapevine wreaths, Lori Ann Cox from Plumbed Blush Jowl, she did a really good Facebook Live inside Hobby Lobby about how to pick out grapevine wreaths. And I shared that on my page. If you're watching on YouTube, I will put a link in the description so you can go back to watch it if you're not familiar with how to pick them out or you want a little bit of help. She did an absolute great job of explaining exactly what to look for. And pretty much everything she said I agree with. So I'll put that in the link. If you guys are on Facebook, you should have been able to see it. I shared it maybe about 2 weeks ago. She did a great job. Hi from Canada. Oh, I already said Christine. Sorry, guys. New Jersey. Kyle, yeah, they are a pain to get off. Nancy, that's funny. They are like bird tags. Yeah, my mom has an African gray bird. If anybody out there, if you're bird people, please don't hate me, but I am not a bird person. I grew up with my mother's African gray. He's a Timnif. If you're a bird person, you're going to know what I'm saying. And that bird hated me and still does to this day. His name is Pepper. You can ask my sister about it. I mean, it's a bird, and I will love him because that is my mother's bird, but dang, not a bird person. Hi from Florida, Linda. Okay, guys, back on track. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get started, and I'm just going to start clipping off what I absolutely know I want to go in the wreath. So if you're ever worried about, like, maybe trying to get a focus or try to find a game plan, I don't really do anything with my wreaths in, like, any sort of order other than this is my main event. I'm going to put this in first and make sure that I have it positioned the way I want it. And then everything else is basically like a supporting, it's like a supporting actor in a movie. This is the main star. And then all of my other greens and florals that I bought, those are all the supporting actors, if that helps. You know, I know I'm a cheeseball, you guys. It's just me. So I'm taking the leaves off because I'm saving them. If I don't use them on this wreath, I will use them on the back to cover. If I don't use them at all, I save my greenery. Always save it, guys. It'll work really well for you. So took the tag off, took the leaves off. I'm gonna cut these little weird. These are the nodule things that the leaves were attached to. I'm going to cut those off with my wire cutters real quick, because that could cause a problem when I'm trying to stick that into the grapevine. And I'm going to cut it off probably about right here. I'm not sure if you guys know, but I've mentioned it before in some other videos. When you have these larger stems, they put little grooves in them. If you can see, there's one here. You see that groove right there? There's another one right here, right above where that leaf was. And then there's another one here, and another one here. They put natural indentations in the plastic because it would make it easier for you to cut it there. If you cut here right in the middle, it might be a little bit more difficult, but if you come down right, you can cut it here in the middle, it might be a little bit difficult, but if you come down right here, it's gonna be a lot easier to cut. So I'm gonna take mine down even further to this one right here, and I'm just gonna cut it. Now, it's not going to be the easiest to cut. It's just, I guess the manufacturer makes it that way. Of course, now I'm looking like, Whitney, it doesn't look like it's easy to cut. Well, that's because, it's probably not, but I won. So, save that. This is the part that comes in handy. You can use this to make a lantern swag. You can use it to support other flowers and different arrangements. I have a really ugly tin right here behind my camera that I save them in, that, trust me, you don't really want to see, because this is definitely not kid-friendly zone. That's a poke your eye out area over there, but I save them. They're good for lantern swags. You guys saw that in my purple lantern swag video. Either use a dowel, but you need something to bend, so the best thing to use is those bigger stems on the thicker bushes. And since this was a $10, regular price $10 flower, it's going to have a heavier, thicker wire in that stem, so it's always good. Let's see here. Linda, can you pin that link again? Yeah, I'll find Lorianne. It's Lorianne's link. Yeah, I will, when I'm done and I'm in there editing, when I get back into my computer room to edit today, this video, I will, I'll repost it, because it's on my page. I'll find it and I'll repost it for you guys. I'll put it at the top of my feed so you can watch it again for the grapevine tips. Okay, guys. Used to like wreaths from Goodwill because all the junk has fallen off already. Yeah, that's a good idea. I've gotten baskets there and just cut and taken everything off of them. And those are really good for arrangements. My husband has picked out stuff for me there. He loves to look for like electronics and old video games and stuff. So I think what I want to do is, pretty much the way I'm looking at this is I'm going to leave it this way. This has a really pretty little interesting, I like the way the larger pieces are here. This is like a cut in, but I like it. It's also thinner right here on this piece than here. And I think the reason why I purchased it was because I have a lot of wideness there's a good thick piece. It's pretty thin here, but I have a lot of meat and potatoes in this area to put my florals into. So I'm going to put the florals coming around this way, and then you guys will see that the floor leaf clover is going to come off this way. But I'm going to see how much of this I want to leave open. I usually don't like to cover the entire grapevine unless that's specifically what I'm really going into when I know what wreath I'm going to make. So first I'm just going to put this main guy in here, and I'm not going to put any glue on it. I'm just going to test it out, just testing the waters out. And usually the majority of the time, whatever way I do, it always ends up being pretty much how I like it. Okay, we're done. What do you think? You like it? It turned out pretty good, and then this little flower came off. Okay. It's the $10 flower, guys. These things shouldn't be falling off. Come on. There we go. All right, so that guy looks good there. I'm going to have a lot of greenery coming up and below, and then we're going to make room to make sure that we have enough for our bow to kind of work its way throughout. I'm not going to do just one bow. I'm probably going to do maybe 3 small bundles with some ribbon streamers going in between. So it's going to be a real simple bow, guys. It's not even going to be anything you really need to hold on to. It's just going to be a bunch of 1 loops. See that? That is frustrating. This is a $10 flower. This should not be happening. There it is. Once you get them back on, they stay on, but something must have tugged on it. Hold on one sec, guys. Normally, if like a flower, or leaf, petal, or a leaf or something falls off, I just throw it to the side and I use it somewhere else in the piece. But if these guys, too many of them fall off, then it takes away from the actual flower, and that is not what I'm going for today. Okay, so I'm just making sure right here that the stem, you can see where I've placed it in at. I want to make sure that the stem doesn't do this. See what happens, guys? Don't just stick them in and they'll go right out the back, because even if you glue it there, that's not good. I want to make sure that the stem stays in the wreath, and that when I put glue on the end of it, it's going to stay inside. So you don't see it here. You can kind of see it a little bit back here. But it's inside this portion of the wreath. It's not going anywhere after I put glue on it. So just remembering my placement of where I have it to go in, and I'm going to put it in my glue pot over here. I'm not gluing the whole stem. I'm just putting a good amount on the very bottom of it. And then sliding that right in there through the top. And then just pushing it down further in. And then the glue gets pushed up with it. You know, it gets pushed up the stem into up the rest of the stem and into the grapevine there. So basically, if you guys can see here, you can see the stem here and a little bit of the glue. Nothing stuck through the back. And even now, look, you can't see. It didn't follow the same path as before. Because before when I was showing you, you could see it back here, but you don't see it at all. So that's it. We're done. Thanks for joining me today, guys. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. It's only the beginning. How long do you guys got today? Huh? How long? Just finished a Deco Mesh St. Patty's Day wreath. That sounds awesome, Vicky. I bought Deco Mesh for St. Patty's Day, and I don't know if I'm going to do it. Let me show you this real quick, you guys. Again, I get distracted by pretty sparkly things, and I have grapevine on me. I'm going to be doing a little experimentation with YouTube Live. So if my YouTube watchers are watching, I'm going to try to do some sort of live this week on YouTube. Oh my goodness, look how cute this is. Also Hobby Lobby, we're going to do a cute little bucket arrangement. This is good for tables, kitchens, desks, offices. Look at this. Oh my goodness. So you guys stay tuned, because that will happen this week. Whether it's maybe Tuesday or Thursday, I'll definitely put out notifications and let you know. And let me tell you, it's going to be super cute. But that's going to be a YouTube Live. I want to find out and experiment with it, because I have lots of YouTube guys that don't have Facebook. And so that's why I put all my Facebook stuff on YouTube for them. So back and forth. My YouTube people, you guys come over to Facebook or YouTube. Sorry. My Facebook people come over to YouTube, and my YouTube people can still see what I do on Facebook. So that, you guys, is going to be my first YouTube live experience, but I'll definitely put out notifications to let you guys know when I'm doing it. And then I'll post links if you can't make it so you can watch the playback. That one's going to be a little exciting. It's going to be a little exciting, but it's super cute little table decoration. And that little black pail is a chalkboard. You can write on it with chalk. And I got that in the party area at Hobby Lobby, right in the back. They have a bunch of little pails. Now there's a seasonal area where they have little pails, but that little chalk one is like where you do all the birthday stuff, where the cards are and the wrapping paper. That's on the Hobby Lobby aisle that's full of like party decoration type stuff. Super cute. And it was only like $2, I think. It was only like $2. So again, guys, I love sharing this stuff with you. Makes me excited if I can share a deal. Like, you got a deal? You got a coupon? Yeah, I got a coupon. Well, it's exciting. I love doing that. It's like, yep, I got this deal for the year, and you guys, oh, where'd you get that? Hobby Lobby, guys. So I'm cutting my little fish tank stuff down into smaller pieces. I'm only going to do one. I don't believe I'm going to need both, but of course I've said that many times, and I've ended up needing it. So I'm just going to cut this into little pieces and start. Now, see, this whole piece right here just turned into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little picks. So when you look at something, you don't think, oh, well, I'm going to stick this whole piece in there. No, just remember, we are going to tear them all apart. And you can turn this into 2 picks or leave it as 1 pick. This would be 2 picks would be better because you can cut it down here. That kind of stuff. You guys know me. I'm going to get some of these guys ready. And since these are made out of paper, they're much easier. There's no real, I mean, half the time you can just kind of pull them apart because the paper lends itself to that. If anybody else on here watches Nick Creticos from Nick's Seasonal Decor, he shares a passion with most of us about hating Hobby Lobby tags. He says it all the time in all of his lives. I feel that in my soul. For some reason, those tags, unless you take extreme precision care to cut them off, they will haunt you. Anybody else have that kind of pain? Christina, love watching you, full of inspiration. Thanks, Christina. Hi, Carrie. Yes, I'm back, sister. I'm back. Excuse me while I drink my water. I talk a lot, so apparently I need water. Enjoyed my Facebook Live. Thank you, Susan. Oh, Kim, you're 8 hours in front of me. Okay, well, yeah, when I put it out, if I'm going to do it Tuesday, I will put out my Facebook. I will put out a notification on Facebook. I'd have to do it tomorrow. So if I don't do it Tuesday, I have an appointment on Wednesday. I know. I'll definitely put it out maybe 2 days ahead of time. I'll do that. Whenever I do my YouTube Live, I'll put out a post 2 days ahead of time. So if it's not Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday, you'll see a post and I'll make sure I get it out in enough time to you guys. Okay. So these guys, looks like they really only give you 3 options. So just going to take it and pull it right off. See how easy that is? And now this paper sort of works like floral tape. So if it starts to unravel on you, grab your floral tape and wrap it back up. Now that's the brown one. I don't want brown. If I need to, I have green. I got green and brown. And someone had told me on a previous live stream that there's a website you can get all colors of this stuff. I have to go back. I have it written down on my notes in my office. I'll have to go take a look. But you can get like white. You can get white. For some of the stuff at Christmas is wrapped in white. But if this stuff starts to unravel on you after you pull them apart, just wrap it with your floral tape. And I may have to do that because I'm probably not going to stick these in such large bunches. But I'm just going to basically rip them apart. And then this main one is stuck to the bigger part of this stem here. So you just have to find out where it's at, and it will pull off also. Because all of these are like individual little bunches, and then they wrapped them around a thicker stick. And the crazy part is that when you look in here and you see underneath here, this is like newspaper wrapped, and it's got Asian writing on it. I don't know. Can you guys see that? You see those little characters? I've noticed that in like all of the Hobby Lobby stuff I get. You can see. I don't know if it's just Hobby Lobby, but do you see that? Check that out. It's kind of cool. It's like newspaper from another country. You guys know I don't get out very much. Everything excites me. When I go to Texas in June, I'm going to be an idiot. Trust me, everything. I'm going to be excited to go to the local Walmart. You name it. Oh my God, they have Walmart here. Okay, guys. Let's see. Well, maybe I will. Let me just peek. A lot of what I do is just kind of stick it in at first, kind of get a grasp or a feeling for what it's going to look like or how it's going to flow. And then from there, you can decide if you're going to rip it apart further or not. So if I have my main flower here, let me just kind of push this behind it and see if I like how, or if that's too big or poofy or, let me see. And I'm going to bend it a little bit this way. You can see the paper's already starting to unravel a little bit, plus these wires. There's like multiple wires on here. Each piece seems to have a wire on it, so I just kind of wrapped it around itself just to keep it kind of... Just trying to keep it, yes. See, this seems kind of too big for, it's like too big of a bundle. But what will it look like if I pull it apart? And then also, a lot of it has wire in it, so you can kind of start to bend some of it in the direction of your wreath. Some things you'll have to test it while you're in the store. If it's not wired, you may not want to buy it, because if you want it to curve a certain way, it won't. But see how this is this will curve with the wreath in some areas. So you just have to get the wire, find the wire portion, get it to bend with your wreath. Because I don't want it to just stick straight out left and right. You don't want it to ever just stick out straight like this, like straight legs and straight arms. You're going to want to give it some curve. I think I'm going to leave them in the bundles they're at. So technically you're just going to rip them off the stick, and then we don't really, and then basically that ends the story of you and me. So out of the 4 I bought, I'm probably only going to use 2. So I'm going to pull this one out from under here. And I'm going to set these off to the side. Sorry guys, I'm getting a little stuck up in my power cord here. Limited workspace. I don't want all this stuff to get in our way too much. Okay. So for sure, I'm definitely not going to have that be the only flower. So where's this? There's the little bush here that I know I wanted to do. Am I going to need different greenery? You know, you guys, I always grab a ficus bush, and I didn't grab any ficus. I think I can get away without using ficus. Or fern. We'll see how it goes. Hi, Carrie. I wish both Hobby Lobby and Michaels would put tags on the bottom of stems. Yeah, it would be nice. Brenda, you were going to do a Facebook Live tonight, but everyone else is. So now I don't know. I would do one anyways. You have to plan them out for you. See, like, if everyone is doing one on Sunday, your audience will still come to see you. You know what I mean? And then if they're not there when you're live, they'll watch your playback. A lot of times, if you got a lot of stuff to do or your schedule's busy, that's just how it is. You know what I mean? Like, I work a full-time job, and if I can't make it, I feel bad. But there's really not much you can do to change that. So, I mean, especially with the way everybody does the Facebook, if you're in the crafting and the wreathing industry, you could say, you're going to know that Facebook gets saturated with everybody doing lives and demos and all that. And then some people do them late at night, some people do them in the morning. But regardless of what happens, people are going to watch your playback. And I'm not really interested in the numbers part of it. Just because it's there to get you connected, right? So I can get connected to you guys and I can talk with you. But there's always going to be a time when you can't do it or when you can do it. I say do it when it's convenient for you, so you can make sure you give your audience the best live they can have. I wouldn't, let's just say, I wouldn't worry if everybody else is doing one. Don't let it stress you out. I don't actually look or pay attention to see, like, is everybody going to do one? Like, no, but I'll do it at 2 o'clock on Sunday, my time, and I'll see how it goes. So you see, guys, take all those leaves off after you cut them off. I haven't really found a use for these yet, so I chuck them. I only save the longer stems. So I got all my greenery off to the side here. And a lot of this is just going to be a little bit of, I guess you could say, hunt and peck. So I'm going to hunt for a spot, and I'm just going to kind of nestle it in sporadically. I didn't want to go with any green flowers just because a lot of times the green flowers don't actually really look right. And we're going to be doing a lot of different greens. I really think I need to put greenery in here, you guys. Something's just not looking right to me. No, we're going to be okay. I just need to calm down. We're going to be okay. I just need to... There we go. Just let it go, Whitney. There we go. Okay, so my leaf came off after I put this in here. So I'm going to put the leaf back on because I want it to stay. And I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue right on the top of that. That way that guy won't come off again. A lot of those times these leaves don't stick on. Do you see how that leaf, here's a little piece that comes off. The leaf only sticks on there and just a tiny bit comes off the top. So if you can see right there, I just stuck a hot glue on the top of that. So that guy's not going anywhere after it dries. Yeah, I'm really needing the greenery. So I'm going to put those leaves in, but I'm also going to cut this other second one up here just to get things going. And then I can just start grabbing and then put them in the glue pot, put them in the wreath. Grab, glue pot, wreath. Grab, glue pot, wreath. Okay, guys, so we'll put this here in this pile, these flowers in this pile. Yeah, we'll be okay. I know I want to put greenery around this bigger piece, so I'm literally just, I'm not even going to test it out. I'm just going to grab this guy and nestle him right up in here. Yep, doing good, doing good. Feeling good. I'm going to place a few of these guys and then I'll take a peek at your comments real quick. I don't want to miss too many of them. I know you guys... I've gone through comments again after live streams, and you guys are really awesome. You guys help each other out, and if someone's asked a question, they're like, oh, she said this, this, and this, and then you guys are helping me out in the long run, too, because then I'm like, oh, I didn't see them when they asked that. So it's also, after the live is over and you're watching the playback, it is so difficult to get Facebook to take me to new comments. There's different settings and stuff like that, and I'm pretty computer savvy, but... I was like, well, even if I had a group page instead of just my regular live page, even on a group page, it would still be the same setup as far as a live stream goes, and it would still be somewhat difficult to get questions answered. I don't know why it's like that, but it is. Okay, so basically, if you guys can tell, I have my flower here, but I'm doing an arrangement down and an arrangement up. So I'm doing an arrangement this way. And it's sort of like my cross wreath. If you remember the big wooden cross wreath that I did, I wanted the cross over here as the focal point, and I only put a few flowers after the stream was over. But we're going to make, a lot of this empty space will be covered by that big 4-leaf clover. But I want to do the arrangement. This is sort of like putting in a, you're putting in a, You are essentially putting a floral arrangement on a wreath. So you want it to be its own thing. You want it to have its own presence and its own flow. So that's why I'm putting the sign on last. And I still have ribbon to put in here, but I also don't want the ribbon to interfere with the arrangement. I want the arrangement to be what it is first. And then after, I'll add ribbon in as an accessory, more or less, because again, I don't want the bow. Technically, we're not actually even making a bow. I don't want it to be the focal point. I want the flower, this big flower, and our 4-leaf clover to be our focal point. So that's basically what you're doing. Every time you make something, you got to pick something that you want to be the focal point. You want something to be the main event, the main star, or the theme, if there's a specific theme you're thinking you want to do. I always pick 1 or 2 things that I definitely want to be the quote-unquote main event of the item, and then everything else just kind of falls into place with it. You see, guys, this is what we've got so far. It's nothing's really taking shape too much yet. Kind of looks like a little bit of a mess. Got a little bit of stuff down here, but kind of go below and above, trying to give it a little bit of symmetry, even though I don't really want too much. I don't want anything to be too perfect. Might save this one for this somewhere over here on this side of the 4-leaf clover, so I'm going to save that one off to the side. Kind of bend this one a little bit. If you ever place something in, like I think right now, I've got this placed in such a perfect spot that I'm not going to take it out to glue it. I'm going to use the glue gun to just glue around where I already have it nestled in there, because I think I've already got it in a good spot. So I just placed it in here, but I'm going to take my glue gun and I'm going to put the glue right in here. This is where I placed this long green piece here. This is where I placed it in at, right in there. So I'm not going to pull it back out because I don't know if I'll be able to find the good place. I mean, it's nestled really good in there, so I'm just going to use my glue gun and let gravity help me. The glue will seep down in there. And that's what your cutting mat's for. But you have, remember, we picked out a big, thick, you know, meat and potatoes wreath form, so we don't have to worry about, we shouldn't. There's never a, you know, solid, nothing will ever happen kind of deal. Something's going to happen. I think what I'm going to do, let's see. I believe I do have a way to incorporate these leaves into our I'm making like these little white leaves are just like little tufts of florals popping through here and there, just like a little puff of flower here, a little puff of flower there. Yeah, okay, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to use a steel pick. So I'm taking, this basically was attached like so to these pieces of flowers that I pulled off. I have a pick machine down over here on the right. I didn't plan on using it, but I'm going to be using it right now. I want to test something out, guys, because I haven't tried this yet. So let me just see what I got going on here. Because the pick machine is what, basically I placed it in, and this is what it does. So this is what I had off of my bush that I cut all the flowers off of, and then I pulled all the rest of the leaves off. This is what I had. I folded it in half like this, and then I placed this plastic piece here in my pick machine, pushed it down, pulled it back up, and then when you pull it out, this is what you get. And this is what makes little tiny thin pieces like this, you're able to put them in styrofoam for arrangements. This is going to allow me to place this into the wreath here, and it's going to grab on. These things are super, super sharp. So be very, very careful, guys. Thank you for sharing, Pam. Carol, I've missed you too. I've been around. Gladys, I don't have live alerts yet. I'm still working on it. I'm going to get a messenger bot that's supposed to be able to, I can send stuff out to anybody. You guys will see a post that will ask you to comment to it. I'm still working on it. I'm still learning it. So as soon as I get it out, you guys will know anytime I go live. Christine, it is my pleasure. Thank you for all the tips. It's my pleasure, girl. That's why I'm here. Lita, it's looking beautiful. Thank you. Pam, happy you're back. I'm happy I'm back too. Connie, no problem. We're still getting started, girl. We're just putting flowers in. Hi from Louisiana, Beverly. Hi. Hi, Gladys. And another Gladys. Two Gladyses. Hi, guys. And Roseanne, just joining. Again, no problem. We're just adding flowers. We're going to still put... We still got a lot to do. We got a lot of more florals. We got ribbon. And then we got a big clover. So basically what I was showing you, taking the leaf off of the bush of the stem that I cut off and taking it from this to this. So now what I'm going to do is put this whole piece here in my glue skillet or my glue pot. If you don't have one, just take your glue gun and put glue at the end of it. Basically, we're just putting glue all over the end of that steel pick. And it's going to give me the opportunity and the, yeah, perfect. It's going to allow me to place this guy. Now, I don't want to push too hard because that glue is still hot. Right into the wreath there. There we go. So previously I would not have been able to add that because the glue itself would have probably been too hot and the glue itself would just probably eat through all of this plastic. It would just melt it into a big blob. So that's worked out really well. Let me see if I can show this to you guys close up. I'm going to put this off to the side. And if you're not familiar with the pick machine, you'll see it now. If not, or if you are, yeah, hold tight for everybody else because we're all learning at different levels here, guys. So let me pick this girl up. Here's my pick machine. Super heavy. It's probably bowling ball. I don't know. Is that 8 or 10 pounds? That's pretty heavy. So normal pick machine is you would take this piece here. You're going to place it and put a pick on it. I don't need to do that because this is thick enough that it will be able to be pushed into the grapevine. If you're making an arrangement, you can push it into styrofoam. But this guy, I want to incorporate more greenery. I want to put this greenery in my wreath. And this is really, really thin and flimsy. If you guys see that, how it bends. There's no wire in it, but I still want it to go in there. So what I'm going to do is hold the leaves together. And I'm basically going to squish these together, kind of hold it together this way. I'm going to place it right down here into the mouth of this. And there is teeth that are going to come together. So here's all the picks on this side. So I'm going to advance a pick. I'm going to place this here in the middle. Okay. Leave your fingers out of it, guys. Place this here in the middle. I'm just going to hold it here. And I'm going to let the steel pick do its job. And then you push back on it. And you can start to see that the teeth get curled around it. Now this guy's going to give me a problem. Quick thing. It's not letting me hold it together. Check this out. So I'm going to cut that piece off. See that? I cut the little middle piece out. Hold those two in there. Oh, yes. That is how you win that battle, guys. Check that out. See what I did there? I'm a little excited about this. Let's do 25,000 more. What do you think? How much time do you got? Brenda, no, well, I got a haircut like a week ago, yeah. But my hair's been super short for my hair's been super short since I was 17. So you're talking about 27, 37, 21 years ago. But I mean, I just did get a haircut, so this is kind of a little shorter than I normally like, but I'll grow into it. I only look like a boy for like maybe a week. Are you using hydrangeas? Brenda, yes, I have one hydrangea, and earlier a nice, one of you guys, nice fellow crafter had said it's called a beehive hydrangea. I'll show you off camera. I just want to do a couple more of these real quick. Cut those two pieces off. I mean, this is like maybe my second time or my third time using my pick machine. You guys, all those struggles, if you were watching those old videos, the struggle I was having with those, with the other one, I returned and exchanged 2 more pick machines. And then I finally found a Hobby Lobby where I'm like, look, you guys, it's not advancing. No matter what I do, the weight, I should be able to put an entire sleeve in there. It's not happening. Every single one I found was already returned. And the only reason I know they were returned by other people was because when you open something brand new, it should not be covered in glitter. I'm sorry, but when you buy things brand new from a factory, the factory is not covered in glitter unless it's a glitter factory. And I don't think that the steel pick machine factory makes glitter. Specifically red glitter, which led me to believe they were used for someone for Christmas and then they returned them, because these guys are not cheap. But anyways, I finally found a Hobby Lobby that said they had just got a brand new shipment in, and it works like a charm. So all these little settings, and there's little screws and everything on here, they all have a precious little way to do it. And then I've also noticed on this brand new one, this plate back here, if you guys are familiar with this, if you have one, this plate back here has two little indents on it now. On the older models, those indents aren't there, and this plate slides around. And I have a feeling that that had a lot to do, when you pull this handle forward, it pushes the bottom one forward, it advances it into the little hopper here. I have the feeling that this plate may have had, I mean, again, I am not an engineer. I am not claiming to know anything about mechanics. I'm just guessing, because it was a lot of work to go through 3 pick machines. A few cuts and scrapes. Yeah, but we did it. Of course, with my husband's help. He's my cheerleader. He's great. So this is actually really exciting, you guys, because I can tell you that this is, I think, the 3rd time I've used one. It really does save so much. And if it's an investment that you can make, please do. Again, mine was a Christmas present, but I had been wanting one for over a year and a half. When I found out, I saw Julie got one. I watched Julie, also part of her success group. She had one. And Terry Marshall from Millendale Designs had suggested getting one. I'm like, yes, yes, please. So if you're joining late, just want to show you real quick. You buy a bush of flowers. You cut them all off. This is what the stems look like on it with the leaves. You pull the leaves off. This is what you have. We're going to cut off. I'm going to hold them together. We're going to cut off this top part here. And then we're going to put the 2 stems together like that in your steel pick machine, and we're going to add them to the wreath, because previously to this you wouldn't be able to do that. So I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've done 5. Okay, you guys, I'm going to try to do a couple more real quick so I'm not wasting too much time, but this is the fun part of the process. We'll see how it goes. I definitely, you guys know I like a lot of greenery. I don't think anything can be really ruined with greenery or flowers. It's just my own preference. And I know a lot of people subscribe to that same magazine that I do. The magazine of, you know, your own mental preference of greenery and flowers. Let me see what you guys say. You do not look like a boy. Thank you. Thank you, White Birch Designs. Thank you so much. That's us. You got, let's see your picture. You got short hair too. That's why I love it. Short hair girls. That's why I say short hair don't care. I think majority of my life, I've always wanted long curly hair, or all the people that just have naturally curly hair. I have a lot of Native American in me from my grandma's side. So if I even tried to get a perm back in the 80s, it would take in patches, because my hair used to be long, but it was really thin and really fine. So it just wasn't in the cards for me. I cut my hair off when I was 17, and I have never looked back. And I think that's just what I meant to do. But this right here, this is new within the last year. I've never, like, this is basically shaved. I mean, she uses a shaver on this, and it's, I don't know. I figure I'll get away with it for a while. I like it. And also, guys, if you're not familiar, I live in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's super hot here. It's super hot. We don't have humidity, but it's just hot. Okay, Brenda, thank you so much. I always cut the leaves in the middle and then put a piece on each leaf. You cut the leaves in the middle and put a piece on each leaf. Brenda, are you talking about cutting the leaves off and putting a steel pick on each individual leaf? Is that what you mean? You put one on each individual leaf? Oh, there you go. I should have read on right underneath it. She put pick on each leaf. That's right. Kyle, I haven't oiled mine yet. I've only used it 3 times, but I think the instructions had said just normal use, and I haven't used it very often. So if I use it more, I think I would probably do it once a week. But there are YouTube videos on the Steel Picks. It's called Dr. Steel Picks. There's YouTube videos on their website. You could also Google search Steel Pick Machine, and you will see them directly from the manufacturer. They'll show you where to put the oil at and how often to do it. And I've watched those too. Edith, you explain things so well. Thank you, Edith. That's what I'm here for. I wanted to be able I wanted this for me when I was still learning. And again, I think you're never done learning. If you're a real, true creative person, you're never done learning. You can always learn something from someone else. So that makes me feel good. Thank you, Edith. I have naturally curly hair and I straighten it. Okay. See, that's what I'm talking about, Bryn. You have naturally curly hair, you straighten it. I have dead straight hair and I have to glue curl into it with hairspray. It's a hairspray thing. It's St. Patrick's Day, not Patty's. Shamrocks have 3 leaves. Clover has 4. Uh-oh. Sorry. Not Iran. Okay. I'll change it. St. Patrick's Day wreath. Shamrocks have 3 leaves. Clovers have 4. So what do I have? Oh, I have a shamrock. I got a shamrock. I don't have a clover. It's got 3 leaves on it. I got a shamrock. Okay. We are making a St. Patrick's Day shamrock wreath. I will change that. Thank you so much for the info, Margaret. I did not know that. If you constantly use it like a florist, you need to keep up with maintenance. Yes, Roseanne, and I hope someday that I will be that busy because this machine is absolutely wonderful. It really is. Even if you're just starting out, if you've got it in the budget, it will, if you're not doing a live stream and you're not talking as much as I do, it really does pick up. It really helps you with a lot of time. Makes things a lot easier, more convenient. I'm loving this. I'm loving this thing right here. Yes, it's just like previously I wouldn't have been able to add these because I would have just sat here and fought with it. I have these little, if they'll even come out here without causing a huge issue. These are wooden picks that you can buy, and that's basically you'd have to take your piece, put it on here, wrap the wire around it, and then usually I wouldn't use the wire, I use floral tape. But then to do that for each one, as you're seeing, that's how much time you're saving with this machine. So, I mean, I know a lot of people that have got theirs on eBay. They've gotten theirs on eBay for like 40 bucks. Crazy good prices. So, always look into that. I mean, because I'm not going to say budget is a concern. I mean, at some point, yes, supplies get expensive, items get expensive. You don't really want to, if you still want to give somebody something, but you really can't afford to grab really expensive supplies, fine. This steel pick is still a really good investment for anything you make. Whether if you just solely make nothing but mesh, you probably don't need one. This is more or less for florals. You're never going to use a steel pick machine on a mesh wreath, ever. That's not good. That's no bueno. You cut yourself and then it's just pointless at that point. Because basically, you're putting these steel picks in because a lot of times the glue is going to melt the plastic. Well, if your glue is that hot, it's going to melt. It's going to melt the mesh too. So if you're worried about it melting stuff, then steel pick is not for mesh. If you do more florally, arrangements, wreaths, all that jazz, it's super good, super good. I'm also only speaking from literally 2 other times of experience, but I also have watched Terry Marshall from Millendale Designs and Julie Samaka, Southern Charm Wreaths. She is my business coach, mentor. She has used her steel pick machine. She has a really good video. I shared that before. If you guys want me to, I can repost it. She has a really good video on steel pick maintenance and how to do it. Time saving. It's just all the same stuff we just talked about. I saved it. I mean, I posted it once before when I did my other video because my my steel pick machine was giving me a problem because that was one of the other ones that had been returned already. So if you guys can see, I'm just literally adding and just pushing greens here. If it looks like it's empty, throw another one down over here. It's how your eye perceives it as far as placement's concerned. I don't really go by any kind of like one rule. I also don't use any rules of like rules of threes or 8 or whatever. I just use the rule of I like it, so I'm going to put it there. This one's a little bit too big. I'm going to leave it off to the side. I'm going to grab this little smaller one right here. Let's see if maybe I can get this. I really want a piece of green right in here, but it's not working, and I think it's because I got a glue stem already there. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to cut this a little bit shorter. And I'm going to have to glue it to a stem that's already underneath there because I want it where I want it. And I won't take no for an answer. There we go. Working on a little bit more. I've got 3 of these. I'm going to save 2 for the Shamrock. That's right, Shamrock. You know, I've heard that before, and I don't know why I forgot about it. There used to be parades here in Las Vegas, down on Fremont Street. Fremont Street, if you're familiar at all with Las Vegas, used to be a lot bigger of a venue than it is now. Well, actually, I don't know, because since I'm a local, I haven't been there for ages. But when I was younger, I was in band, and we would do the St. Patty's Day Parade. That's what they called it, St. Patty's Day Parade. Love the chit-chat, too. Thank you. Uh-oh. Somebody was rude. Uh-oh. It's okay, guys. It's not for everyone. So, all I can say is, uh-oh. I hope nothing bad is happening. I have naturally curly hair. Okay, we went there. Thank you for... Love your makeup. No, it's no problem. There is no topic to go off topic, Karen, because everything up here is just like, oh, something shiny. Don't worry about it. Margaret, that's cool. Can you work while you talk, please? Oh, Linda, that's probably what you mean. Linda, don't worry about it. You know, I understand sometimes my pace isn't what everybody wants, and I completely understand that. You might be more your speed if you just watch the playback, and then you can skip ahead. That's all. Don't worry about it, guys. It's okay. I am a big talker, so FYI, I talk a lot. I talk a lot. I stop. I like to see you guys. I like to pretend we're having coffee together, or we're sitting here and we're just, for lack of a better phrase, BSing. My grandma would say that, so I figure it's okay. If my grandma would say it, and it offends you, then I'm sorry. That's my grandma. That's my grandma coming out. I just like to pretend we're sitting here talking, crafting, and then we kind of BS a little bit. It's no biggie, guys. It's no biggie. But thank you for coming to my defense. I feel like my OGs. You guys are with me. You guys are awesome. Don't worry about it. Trust me, the stuff I was getting on Messenger, 50 billion times worse than that. It ain't gonna get to me. Don't worry about it, guys. It's just not for everyone. It's okay. That's why we're all different. There are some YouTube videos out there that are super short. They're like not even 10 minutes. But in my opinion, they leave everything out. So I'm basically the complete opposite of that, right? The complete opposite. 10-minute video, XYZ. Whitney has 2-hour videos with everything stuck in there. And then a little bit more that you probably didn't want to hear about. Nice. It's free. I love the chit-chat. She's teaching while she speaks. Thank you, Vicky. Candy, I miss seeing you guys too. I am definitely back. St. Patty's Day here too. No problem. Nothing bad, Winnie. We love listening to you. Nice, nice, nice. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Doesn't matter. There's no excuse for rude. Very true. But also, yeah, it's going to happen. It's just what it is. It's okay, though. From Kansas. Hi, Kimberly. I can tell you that I'm definitely drinking more water since I've been doing this because I talk a lot. I'm going to blame my mom for that. I inherited that from her. I'm like, geez, Mom. Thanks for teaching me to talk a lot. Now, hold on. What I'm doing here is I've filled in a lot of those little leaves that we made. You know, these leaves we made with the steel picks. I have 2 left that I've made. I can make probably How many more do I got? Well, I mean, I can make 2 more because these are attached to their flowers. I can make 2 more if I need it. But what I'm seeing here is I may want to go ahead and move into ribbon now because I have enough of this filled in that it's floofy. Is that a word? Can we make that into a word, guys? Floofy? It's floofy enough to where... Okay, hold on. I'm going to add this right here on this side. You know, I always forget to look on the sides because when you walk up to a door, right, you don't walk always straight right head on. You don't always look at everything, bam, just like that. When you walk up at different angles, you see what I mean? You're going to see this part sometimes. If you have a glass door and you hang it on the back of a glass door, you're going to see this too, which is a lot of times why I will try. Hold on, what is this? Okay, that's part of that. If something sticks out here, we're going to have pipe cleaners on the back for the ribbon when I add ribbon. That has to be covered up. I'm going to show you guys. That's probably what I'll use these for. I cover that up. So when you're coming at your wreath at the side, I don't really want to see too much of this. I want it to kind of look like maybe some of it was also part of the arrangement, but you also don't have to concentrate so much and put a lot of product on there. I'm just going to add maybe 1 or 2 more leaves over here. And a lot of times this is the inexpensive greenery. This is the stuff you don't have to worry about. You know, you've put a lot of money into it, but I'm sticking it on the side of the wreath. You're not even going to see it, but it makes a difference when you're coming in off at the side or at a diagonal. It really helps. And especially with this kind of green, it helps out. Do you see that now? All I did was I added this piece here, and your flowers kind of curl this way. I just added this here just for a little bit of interest. And, you know, head on, you're not going to see too much of it. You see it's kind of poking out right here at the top. When you're looking at it face on, you're not going to see it as much so as if when you look at it from the side. So just that one little piece here kind of set the rest of it off, and I'm happy. I'm not going to add anything else to the side. Hello from Joanne Daly from Southern California, first timer. Thanks for joining me, Joanne. I appreciate you guys being here. You talk to yourself when you craft. Yeah, I do too. I talk to myself when I'm grocery shopping, when I'm at the craft store. Everyone, if I had $1 for every time someone asked me at the craft store to do something because they thought I worked there, I probably wouldn't have to work a full-time job, because telling you, I'm like, oh no, sorry, I don't work here. And then I help them anyways because I normally know where everything is that they're asking for because I know those stores. Oh, she doesn't have it set up yet. Which one? Hello from Southern California. How do I get... Oh, Creations by Angie. I am going to... I'm setting up my messenger bot. That's what she means by I haven't had it set up yet. As soon as I get that bot set up, you guys will see a post. I will keep you informed. I've got some news I'm going to give you guys tomorrow. Some really good news. Monday. I have to wait for one or two things. But I got some good news coming up. You guys are going to have a lot more stuff for me. I'm thinking probably three or four, maybe 3. I'm gonna try to commit to guaranteed 2 per week, but maybe 3 a week. Little things, whether they're Facebook Lives or videos or blogs. But you guys are gonna see a little bit more from me coming up soon, and I'll tell you why. But we gotta wait for that. That'll be tomorrow. It's gonna be a good week. It'll be a good week. All right, I think I'm going to, I'm going to definitely add my ribbon now, because my concern is that I'm going to fill it in too much, and I want these little holes that are here and here, kind of have a hole here and here, a little bit in here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how we're going to make a bow, but we're really not going to make a bow. It's just going to be a bunch of ribbon loops, kind of like a real casual, I like to say sloppy. It's like very naturally country, rustic, sloppy. I don't know how to, whatever you want to use. We'll see how it goes. So we'll see. I'm definitely going to use this canvas ribbon I got at Sam's Club this past year. So I'm hoping they have it again for 2018. This is a really pretty canvasy ribbon. Now remember, they put all this stuff out for Christmas. There's the Christmas logo. Ignore the marketing, guys. This will look good on anything for any season. Any theme. This is a really pretty canvas type ribbon. It's 1.5 inch. That was Sam's Club. The rest of these are all craftoutlet.com. So I'm probably going to see, I have my Shamrock, notice I said Shamrock. Got my Shamrock right here. And this guy's going to kind of go off like, oh my gosh, you guys, look how, I mean, already it's not done, but geez, it's so stinking cute. Maybe because it's green. I don't know, it's just so cute. It's so dang cute. Anyways, calm down, calm down. Gonna definitely put this natural element into it. And then I have a 2.5 inch. I definitely want to use this guy because the plaid really helps for more of that rust. I seem to always be going to like rustic farmhouse, a little bit of elegance mixed in. What do you guys call that? What is that? Shabby chic? I'm not sure exactly what that means. Margaret, gotta go. It's 12. Oh, that's right. That's right. You're in England. All right, sweetie. Well, thanks for joining me. I'll have it up on YouTube. You can always watch the playback, and then you can comment my YouTube videos on the comments on my YouTube videos. It is so much easier for me to get back to you on YouTube than it is on Facebook. So if for some reason I don't answer you guys on Facebook, go over to YouTube and I will get to your comment. And that's just a system design. Facebook's just not user friendly in my opinion. Completely my opinion. I'm gonna put it out there. Love the big Shamrock. Yeah, it's so cute. And again, guys, Hobby Lobby 30% off. I just got a notification on my phone. They're coming up tomorrow, Monday. It's gonna be all 30% off. That would be great to see more from you. Good, Beverly. I'm glad to know you guys are ready to see more. I just dropped my ribbon. Yep, there it is. You guys want to see more goodies from me. Ooh, that got me a little bit. Okay, so I feel like I have to use this Shamrock ribbon. It makes me happy. Do you guys think 4 ribbons are too much? I definitely have to have this in there. I have to have this. This is just, this canvas makes it not just all solid white and green, white and green. So I'm definitely going to put these in here. Yeah, I'm going to use the Shamrock. And I think I'm going to, see, I also had this polka dot one too. And I was all solid and firm on what I thought I was going to use. These are both in emerald green. But I love this Shamrock. Hold on, what are these? These are also Shamrocks. They're only 3 leaves. Learned something new today. These are also Shamrocks. So, I mean, I have a welcome sign and I have some green mesh that I can definitely do another one. I'm going to probably use some of the smaller ribbon on that tabletop design you guys are going to see coming up this week on my YouTube live. But I think I definitely need to use this Shamrock one. What do you guys say? Blum, 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 blum. Okay, pretty. It's pretty, whatever it's called. I agree, whatever it is, it's pretty, and I like it. Dina, I got the Shamrock at Hobby Lobby, and this coming week, all of their St. Patrick's Day decorations are 30% off. So it's normal $10. So get in on that. That's not good. Oh, good, Hazel. 34 years in the floral trade. Nice. That's my dream. I want to be like you. In the floral trade, I like watching and enjoying things you make. Thank you, Hazel. I appreciate that. 3 ribbons, Vicky. Okay, yeah, I don't want to do 4. All right, I got to vote for 3. So you guys are all, use the Shamrock. Yep. I got Shamrock. The 2 you have in the Shamrock. Okay, yep. All right, guys, we're going to do that. Thank you. That's the best part about these lives. I don't have to sit and think and go, oh, I don't want to make decisions. Because basically I'm like, let's do it all. Let's put all 7 ribbons in there. What's wrong with that? And then by the time it just looks like you have nothing but a massive bow on your door, it doesn't really resemble a wreath. Yeah, I've been guilty of that back in the day. But then again, if that's what you want, do it. Whatever makes you happy. I mean, that's why we're here. Some things aren't going to please everyone. We already know that. But even if you don't like it yourself, someone else is going to love it. There is everybody out there has a different opinion. And a lot of times, it is what it is. If you guys are wondering what I'm doing here, is I take the cellophane off of my ribbon. And this is what I do. There's a lot of people, they have a lot of other things. Some people use rubber bands. I don't like that the rubber band is tight and it puts a crease in my ribbon. So when I'm done using this, oh, this is pretty. You guys, this craft outlet ribbon is good ribbon. This is a really thick canvasy ribbon. I don't know if you can even tell that. It's got a really good, this is nice ribbon. This is going to be a nice wreath. Anyways, when I'm done, I save, you know, I do my little thing. I cut all this up. I wrap this back around. And then basically I created a little pulled tab with Scotch tape. And that is the only thing that keeps me sane from my ribbon unraveling. That's just how I do it. I don't like putting a pin in it because sometimes I lose them on the floor and I find them in my feet. No bueno. And also I have puppy dogs. And if you guys got babies, dogs, my dogs eat everything on the floor. I don't put pins in things. I've tried the rubber band technique. And it basically put a big old crease down the middle of my ribbon. So I just kind of save the cellophane that it comes in. Except for the really thin, like the little thin ribbon. Or like this stuff. If it's like this thin, I don't save that. I'll just tape it to the outside edge of it. But basically that's pretty much what I do, is I use a lot of tape. It's all Scotch tape, guys. Okay, so what we're going to do here, I'm going to put this off to the side, take our Shamrock off. And we're going to work with loops, just a bunch of little excuse me, words. We're going to work with loops and streamers, loops and streamers. So what I'm going to do is one ribbon at a time. I'm going to show you guys how simple and easy it is. We're only going to cut it. I mean, we're probably going to cut it a few times, but it's not actually going to be hold a bow, hold a bow, hold a bow. Hold a bow. Say that 10 times. Mid-sentence distracted by pretty ribbon. Yeah, there you go. Thanks, Gail. You saw that, huh? That's awesome. It really is like I'm here with friends. That's awesome. Thanks, Gail. Oh, that's nice. Brenda, you do use a pen, and it doesn't mess. Oh, yeah, but, you know, I've had them, again, my puppies. Use the pins with large colored heads. Oh, yeah, so you can stick it through most of it, like for sewing. Yeah, I got you. Okay. All right, guys, so I'm going to start with my thickest one, and I'm just going to dovetail. Let me get my ribbon scissors. I'm going to dovetail the end. If you're not familiar with dovetailing, fold your ribbon in half. And from the, from the folded edge, you're going to cut diagonally up towards the wire here. And then there's your dovetail. You see that? Folded edge, diagonally up. Folded edge, diagonally up. You'll never go wrong. And if you have a brain fart, like I have many times, you'll do it opposite, and you will have a triangle. I know I can. I've done that many times. Gail, that's me daily. Yeah. I've done that mid-sentence to my husband, like if I'm cooking. I was like, you know, I have to get the... Oh, wait, did you know? I saw the Brussels sprouts are on sale. Alright, guys, so what we're going to do is, basically, I'm going to do a bunch of one loops. Because I want this to have, like, a lot of tails. I want it to be not necessarily a lot of streamers, but this is what, I don't know, I mean, in the industry, I don't know, it's what we all call, I call this the tail of the ribbon. I want it to have a decent amount of tails, right? So I just guesstimated and made a loop this big. I don't measure anything, but if you guys need or want or desire that, this is basically a 5-inch loop. So from where I pinched it here to where I pinch it here, that's 10 inches. So you go 10 inches, bring it together and pinch it, okay? And this really isn't one-sided, but it kind of sort of is, if you can tell here by the way they have it on the edges. It depends on how detailed it is, and it's really all your preference. I'm going to pretend that it's one-sided, so I'm going to make all the twists every time I use it. So, cut a strip of fabric, make a loop out of it. Let me see how much of this I can use. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut cut my pipe cleaners in half. I mean, you don't have to, but I'm going to try to conserve them because I'm going to be putting a bunch of loops in here. Just really going to hold that with that. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same exact thing with my other 2 ribbons. I'm going to dovetail one end. I mean, I know I didn't dovetail the other end yet on that other ribbon. But this is just one of those weird quirky things that I do. For some reason, before I start a bow, whatever I do, I have to dovetail the end of it. It's called AADD. I never apologize. Yeah, that's true. It's like, I am not going to feel bad about that. It's called having fun in the craft room. Oh, these aren't my ribbon scissors. That's why it's cutting pretty bad. Icky. You could also use a chip clip on this. Here, I'll show you guys. These little wooden clothespins are good. Just make your little 1 loops, hold them together. Throw it down off to the side. Make this one a little different. And then I'll show you guys the longer tails. Like if you want your ribbon to look like it's looping throughout, you're literally just going to cut. You're not even going to cut a piece. You're just going to add it to the top. Super easy, guys. I'm like a little excited. Like I can't get to it fast enough. It's just super exciting right now. Let me get this first one put in there. I'm probably going to do 3 of these actually. So here I've got 3 1 loops, right? 3 1 loops. Where did my pipe cleaner go? Here's the pipe cleaner here. And instead of feeding this through the wreath, which I'm going to do that later with the longer pieces, I'm going to put this in my steel pick machine. And then I'm going to use that steel pick to glue it into my wreath where I want to place it. So that will help. I like the tan in it a lot. Yes, Nancy, thank you. This beige tannish color burlap is what I think kind of pulls enough of the white out of it, because I didn't want it to just be white, white and green, white and green. I wanted it to have a little bit more depth to it. So this is basically what we did. We did three 1 loops, so we got tails sticking out here and there. I gotta dovetail those. Sorry, guys. Dovetail all your ends. A lot of times, I'll dovetail them, or I'll wait until I'm done with the wreath and then dovetail the other side, because you might change your mind. You might want it a different length. It might be too long in one spot, covering up something on another. But sometimes just for the finished look, if you absolutely have to have it dovetail, do it then. Just do it right there. So this is basically all 1 loops. You don't even really need to hold on to them if you don't want to. I mean, the chip clip is a good portion. You can use a zip tie on this also. I chose green just in case you can see it. We're not going to be able to. And I'm going to push this guy right here into my steel pick machine. The same way that we did the other, you guys saw earlier, the leaves. So that's what we did there. So we've added this in. And this is a really great way to do things for floral arrangements. If you need to put it in some styrofoam, this is, again, it replaces these wooden sticks. So watch how cute this is going to be, guys. And I haven't really messed with it or arranged it too much, but I'm going to show you. I'm going to place this guy here at the top. I'm going to nestle him right in right here. So let me just make sure I got a good spot where I want to place it. Okay. And always remember, don't worry about what you're covering up. Your florals are always going to be like a backdrop. That's what most of the greenery is that whole supporting actor. Supporting actor for the main piece. And don't be afraid to smush it, because we're going to fix it later. So smush that guy in there. Okay? And make sure it didn't, okay? Not coming out the back. And then here we can arrange the loops. And remember, guys, I am, if nothing predictable when it comes to greenery, so I am going to be placing greenery and stuff inside leaves and maybe a few white flowers into this. I'm going to have to cut that off. That was the part that was folded. Into the bow itself, I love to add stuff into the bow. Okay, I was just fixing that one piece there. Okay, so it's definitely not done, but there's your first little just 3 loops in. Add a little piece here. I'm going to add another one here and another one here. So you guys just hang with me while I put 3 more on, and then I'll keep looking up here. What did you guys think? Oh, squirrel, Del. It's so funny. Oh, you love the excitement. Sparkly, crafty things. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. It's just a little bit different of a feel. Patricia, you guys have so much fun. Yeah. Oh, good. Look at all my hearts. Love that, you guys. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. So that's just one. Get a better view. We're going to add 3, and then I'm going to do possibly just, I'm going to show you guys the one, like, it's a streamer type method. So it looks like it's one continuous loop that kind of connects the 3. You can do it before or after. There's no, like, right or wrong way to do it. Well, again, technically there is no right or wrong way to do half the stuff we do, right? That's pretty much what crafting is let me teach you a different technique. Because what works for me might work better for someone else. Half the time I do things and then I was like, oh, I just watched a video and so did this and it looks amazing. So just pull out your ribbon and loops, guys, and just guesstimate is all I'm doing on this. And then holding them with chip clips. Sorry, clothespins. My family, we call those chip clips. Although my grandma had, back in the day, she didn't have a dryer, so my grandma used clothespins out on the clotheslines in the backyard for a while. And that was on into the 80s, guys. That was just, I think her house just was so old it didn't have hookups. Does anybody else have that? Yeah, the house is just so old it didn't have hookups. There was a washing machine, but it was outside. You had to go out of the house to do your laundry. Now, here in Vegas, where it doesn't snow, it wouldn't be crazy or unheard of, but I guess I couldn't imagine, like, in the places where it snows, walking outside to go do your laundry. Which is why we should be thankful. A different point of view. Yes, they're very good idea. Yes, good, church. That's a good way to put it. A different point of view. Love it, love it, love it. Perfect, perfect. Clothes pegs. Solar power. And what do you mean by solar power? Solar power? Not in the 80s. They didn't have solar. Oh, I get it. I get it. It took me 2 minutes, but I got it. Solar power, meaning the sun drive. That's awesome. Solar power. I'm going to use that one. I bet you my mom will get a kick out of it. Oh, yeah. They'll get a kick out of it. Solar power. I'm nothing if not self-entertained, guys. You guys are... You've got, oh my gosh, Roseanne, Whitney, I have gotten 4 feet Friday and snow, 4 feet of snow on Friday. And I mean, it's super windy here right now. Let me tell you, I'm surprised that my internet hasn't kicked out yet because our wind is crazy. I got a lemon tree, you guys. I planted it when I bought this house 4 years ago. And I think I'm going to get lemons this year. They're actually about this big. I'm so excited. Beverly chip clips. Good. I'm not alone there. Sheets smell good dried in the sun. Not in Las Vegas, girl. Anything you leave outside here is stinky. We got too much smog. But, the lemons, you guys, the lemons. Again, I live in the desert. I have lived a sheltered life. I haven't traveled much. If I get lemons this year, I am going to cry. I am literally going to cry while I pick them because they are so cute and they smell so good. And I hope my family and friends are prepared for lemon bars and lemonade and cleaning the house with lemon. There are going to be so much lemons. I'm so excited for it. Janice just got on. No problem, girl. We are doing a shamrock leaf wreath for St. Patrick's Day. I need to change my my title. I may have made a boo-boo on that. So I'm making my third bow here, or my second bow. One more bow, guys, while we do a little bit of chit-chat. I'm going to get this kind of popped in there, and I'll show you real quick. These little one-loop bows are so easy, and they're also really good on your hands. And then also for a beginner. I didn't learn this stuff until way later. I mean, my grandma taught me those really intricate bows that are kind of hard to maneuver. She taught me that. Where did I? Oh, see, I already forgot where I was going to put this. This one's here. Am I going to put this one right here? Uh-oh. Yeah, I think I'm going to put this one right here. She taught me those really intricate bows when I was younger. And this one loop stuff didn't pop up until... I think I only just recently started to do these little one loop guys. And I couldn't be happier to get in on a good idea. And really good on hands. I had carpal tunnel surgery many years ago. I used to work in banking, and I used to, for about 11 years, I did a lot of money counting and a lot of bundling and straightening money and all that dirty handwork with money. Like, I didn't realize it until after I got out of that industry that it had actually stained my knuckles. My knuckles were stained, and I used bag balm. I tried all kinds of other stuff, but it took a while to actually get that off my hands. I was like, oh, I guess you're right. Yeah, my hands are clean, but my knuckles look dirty. But from squeezing the money all the time, I mean, you're bundling large amounts of money all the time, counting money and separating it and all that. My hands decided they did not like it, and I got carpal tunnel, which also made crafting kind of hard too. Because if, you know, in the middle of gluing something, my hands were completely numb, and then I would drop stuff all the time. So I had the carpal tunnel surgeries long time ago. Geez, I was still in my 20s. And it worked very good for me. But there's still days where you get like a little ping in there, and you can feel tingling and stuff. So holding on to bows too hard or too long, it still affects your hands. So there's bow number 2, guys. Or sorry, we'll call it loopy ribbon bundle number 2, right? There's loopy bundle number 1, loopy bundle number 2. I'm going to do loopy bundle number 3 right here, and then maybe one little small, we're going to do like a little small one down here, just a baby. Actually, you guys, I had mentioned earlier that I was going to do like a long ribbon tail thing throughout it, and I don't think I will now. But I will show you. I will specifically do that on a ribbon or on a wreath if you guys need to see, because I definitely want to give you guys what you want. Ooh, lemon and soda. That is a good idea. I love that. Good idea, Amy. Very good idea, just to squeeze it. You know what? Duh, they sell it like that, don't they? See, where have I been? That's a good idea, but even in Sprite, it's lemon lime, but fresh lemon, love lemon in my water, yeah. I do too, just not when I go to the restaurant, because I don't know if they've actually cleaned it properly or their hands. Anyways, have you tried a pro bow? Pam, I got one. Let me take, oh, no, never mind. If I try to show you, do you see that massive mound of tulips? Underneath it right there? Right underneath it? That's my pro bow. It's a pro bow ultimate. It's covered in tulips because I need to make more tulip wreaths. Yes, I have it. And I've been meaning to make a video for it. But you guys, coming up very shortly, I'm going to be able to do so much more for you guys. And I'm super excited about it. And I will make that announcement tomorrow. Oh, church. You used to work at the Paiute Smoke Shop in Las Vegas. Girl, I live like... I'm literally like the first freeway exit coming in south from there. So yeah, I'm right by it. So it's nice and cool. Well, cooler for Vegas. Oh, an orange tree. You know, I think someone over here in my neighborhood either has a grapefruit tree or an orange tree. But I mean, citrus seems to do well in Las Vegas. So I knew a lot of people had lemon trees, and lemon trees did well. So I just told our landscaper, please, I need a lemon tree. And my backyard had the proper sunlight. My backyard faced the right way. Again, you guys, I'm not like a gardener or a green thumb. I just basically follow the directions on the tag, if it has one stuck in there, and water it. That's really all I can do. I know a little bit about things, but not a lot. But when I get lemons, I can guarantee you I am going to be crying. And my husband's used to that. When I get so dang excited about things, because, you know, it's just, I guess, what, new experiences, I get so excited about things, I will literally cry. I just get so happy. little inside peek here, guys. If you've noticed, my last few videos on YouTube have music edited into them, and I've got software. We purchased some software. My first video, I think it was the Easter Bunny one that had music on it. I cried. I cried while I was watching it before I uploaded it. It was one of those things where it's like, you know, you did your first personal, like, you were just really proud of yourself that you did it, and you didn't have to, well, I mean, I did have to ask for a lot of help, but it was one of those things where you kind of conquered something you didn't think you'd be able to do, and you reached it. Yeah. Even though I mean, the lemon tree's doing the work, not me. I'm going to cry when I pick those lemons off. I'm so excited about it. It's not funny. Well, actually, it is pretty funny. It's a lemon tree, but I'm so excited about it. Stacy Snowflake, that's my sister, guys. Remember, her birthday was yesterday. Say hi to my sister. Stacy says, oh, cucumbers. You put cucumbers in Mom's backyard. Oh, yeah, Stacy, you know, you and Mom are definitely going to be getting lemons, because everyone that tells me when you get a lemon tree, you eventually have more lemons than you want. So we'll see how many. I don't know if I'll get sick of it anytime soon, but we'll see. Gina, my father has a pomegranate tree, peach, apricot, fig, and they all do well in Las Vegas. Oh, peach? They have a peach tree? My mom has pomegranate and fig. Now, I'm not wild on figs. Maybe I should try them. It's been a while. And pomegranate, my mom back in the day used to make jelly. Pomegranate jelly. But peach and apricot tree, huh? Peach and apricot. Here in Pennsylvania, summer's not nearly long enough, but still love planting and garden, picking cherries. Cherries? You got a cherry tree? That'd be so good. Happy birthday. You guys are so great to my sister. That sounds kind of good. Yeah, I grew up with the pomegranate and the fig tree. My mom's fig tree has morphed into probably the size of her house now, because she refuses to let me, like, prune it. And, you know, the fight with that, you probably know, Gail, or not Gail, who was that? Who did the other one? Gina, was getting to the figs before the birds do. Yeah, if you don't get there in enough time and them birds get to it first, you have to go out there and watch them daily, like with a pitchfork, and threaten them. I mean, I think you can net the trees too, right? Can't you net those trees and try to keep the birds away from your goodies? All right, guys. Yep, this is great. I am definitely not going to be, I'm not going to put any more ribbon. With these 3 bundles, I think it's perfect. And I'll show you guys in about 5 seconds once I get this glued in. If I was to work more ribbon into this, I think I'm going to cover up my hydrangea that I want to be my focal point. So I'm not going to put the other in it. But you guys let me know in your comments, and I will definitely work that technique of that type of... it sort of ends up looking like a banner, but it's basically just your ribbon, and then you start at one point, you make a loop here, and you connect it, you make a loop, connect it, make a loop, connect it. So it basically looks like it's weaving in and out of your florals, and it's really pretty. It's just a different technique. But I'm not going to do it this time just because this has turned out really, really nice, and I think it might be too much. So I can actually show restraint. I'm proud of myself, but... yeah, in this instance, I'm not going to add that on, but I will do it in another, I will do it on another wreath if it's something that you guys definitely want to see. And if it's something you don't want to see, then don't watch it. You guys let me know. How are we doing over here? Oh, Gail, same problem with the cherry tree. Birds love them when they're ripe. Like my mom's pomegranate tree in the backyard, if they, they'll get to it. Like my mom has had woodpeckers. I think woodpeckers? Yeah, I think woodpeckers will get there. But even just the regular birds, they can crack those pomegranates open with the hard shell, or the whatever, what is it, a rind or a shell? They can crack those pomegranates open before they're ripe to get to the seeds, and then Same thing with those pomegranate trees. And the pomegranate tree gets these beautiful, beautiful flowers on it. But I was never really one to just eat pomegranate. I don't like seeds in my food. I'm weird, you guys. Like, I'll eat a strawberry, but like fresh raspberries, fresh blackberries, I love the flavor of them, but I can't do big seeds. So I was never big on pomegranates. I used to be the one that would like shove them in my mouth and like squish all the juice out of them and then spit them out. And I'll drink pomegranate juice. You know that Palm Wonderful stuff they sell? I'm all about that pomegranate juice. Let me tell you. Figs, I don't know. What else can you do with figs? You can make fig jelly. My mom's just always picked them off the tree and ate them. I haven't given figs a proper go for a while. I just haven't liked them. You grow up with them and you constantly have them, like, nah, I'm good. And there's seeds in them, but I guess it's like, I'll pick a seed, but I won't, but I will. I don't know. I'm a picky seed picker? What? I don't know. That's probably not even a word. Let me take a drink and see how we're doing here. I haven't had anything go after my lemon tree yet, and the people that I know that already have them haven't said there's an issue with it, so hopefully not. I do know that there are squirrels. Oh, you know what? Now I think about it, my neighbor at my old house had an apricot tree. Duh. I completely forgot about that because the little desert squirrels would get on the back of my old house was just raw desert behind us, and the little desert squirrels would get on the back of the block wall and eat all of the apricots, and all you would find would be the pits. There'd be pits everywhere. So now I think about it. Never could get caught. Yeah, good. I'm not alone. I hate seeded buns too. Not good. Never understood how to eat a pomegranate. Yeah, see, people I know will just eat them and chew them and eat the seed. I literally would like squish it all out. That's just, then you're basically just drinking the juice at that point. I mean, now you can put them in like what, smoothies and stuff, and it doesn't even matter because it just basically pulverizes it and you get all that good stuff from it. Hi, Julie from Massachusetts. Storms are finally over there. Squirrels like fruit, not citrus. Good, then I don't got to worry about them. I don't got to worry about them. I'm so excited for my lemons, you guys. Here's where we're going so far. We got bundle loopy 1, bundle loopy 2, loopy bundle 3. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Shamrock in now. And then all we have to do now is just finish off with, I'm going to put little tiny, extras inside each bow. I have, extra fish tank goodies. I thought I had another one of these somewhere. Oh, I don't, but I'll take pieces off of this one and possibly add those in a little bit. But what I'm going to do with this is instead of using, normally for signs and things, you'll see that I use pipe cleaner. I'm going to use floral wire on this because this is kind of see-through, and I'll show you in a second. Now, see, it comes with a hanger right here. If you can see that. See this big long hanger? But I'm going to cut it off because we aren't going to need it. I still have one more of these guys to put in. I got lots of little extra pieces around here, but we'll find a way to get them in there. So I'm cutting off the hanger here. And then that had the price tag on it. So here's our Shamrock. Look how cute she is. So cute. So cute. So what I'm going to do is nestle this in where I want to put it. I know I want it to be a little crooked. And we're going to need to lift up our bows. Because remember, some of it, yes, will get covered. But I didn't want to put it in first. I wanted the arrangement to take its natural shape. And remember, we can move all of this up, down, left, right. There's no way to... I mean, look at this, you guys. He's so awesome. He watches... This is my husband, guys. Say hi to Kurt. You guys probably seen him before. Hi, Kurt. Thank you. Goodbye. He could see that I was running low on talking juice. So awesome. Nancy from Vermont. Snowing there. Oh my gosh, nice. Yes, Stace, I want to go to Massachusetts too. My husband used to live in Holbrook, Massachusetts when he was a young boy. He said that I would absolutely love it there because of how green it is. You guys tell me, anybody know where Holbrook, Massachusetts is? Gina, send it to my page. You can message Gina. Send me the picture. You can send it to my messenger on my Facebook page. I'll take a peek. I can't wait to see it. Let's see. Hi, Kurt, the husband. Yeah, my sister's brother-in-law. Sweet man. Yep. Okay. So, instead of pipe cleaner, I'm going to use floral wire. I've got all colors, got all kinds of colors of floral wire. No, I'm not going to use that. I'm just going to use the green stuff. And this is, I'm telling you, this is ancient. I have had this since I was a teenager living at my mother's house. That's how long I've had this, you guys. So it says it's 22 gauge, 1/4 pound green. This is, I probably got it at Walmart, guaranteed, when I was a teenager because I was working on minimum wage. But this is just regular green floral wire. You can see there, 22 gauge. I'm going to cut it in long enough loops. I'm going to feed it through, and that's how we're going to attach this guy on. So just pull out or cut maybe 1 foot long, 12 inches long, however you need. Just guesstimate. Wire is pretty inexpensive. Well, you know what, you guys can tell me, I'm pretty sure you can get it at Dollar Tree too. You can probably get floral wire everywhere. Well, maybe not the grocery store, but I'm going to cut 3 of them here because I need to get a couple points to secure it and make sure. And then since it's a dark green color, you guys can't even see it on here. Since it's a dark green color, it won't really show too much on the back, but we're going to cover all that up with, leaves so we don't have much to worry about. So I'm just basically first going to find my placement and make sure I have this guy right where I want him. And I don't want it to move around too much. So pretty much I think that's what, if I'm hanging it like this, well, maybe I want it more. Okay, look. Face your wreath the way you want to look at it, okay? Now I have an easel that I usually get out, but last time I didn't think you guys could see it very well. So for this one I kind of left it off. Alright, so yes, I am going to place it in those 3 spots. So what I'm going to do here is grab it around the outside of this spot here. And you guys, I'm not going to be able to show you too much. I mean, I can show you once I get it in here, but if I pick it up, I might lose my placement. So I'm just going to feed the wires in, and then I'll pick it up and I'll show you guys through the camera what it looks like after the wire's already put in. This is sort of like sewing. You're just sewing with wire. And you got to feed it through the grapevine. And since also this is 22 gauge wire, it's pretty thick, so it's going to hold on really well. Alright, so I got one in. And I'm going to put the bottom one in down here. And then also, if your wire is showing through too much for your own personal preference, then guys, throw some ribbon. Throw a piece of ribbon, throw some florals or leaves or flowers or something around it to hide it. There's always a way to hide your behind the scenes. And then also I'm going to put a tiny bit of glue on the back of it, but I'm going to wait until I get it all in first before I do that. Again, I want this thing to be really secure. It's not going nowhere. Now see, I'll show you guys real quick. This guy right here, I did at the top of here. You see, barely see the wire right there. Can barely see it. And then I did this one right here. And you can barely see the wire right there. So it's popping through the back here and down here. It's coming through the back of it. But here in the middle, I'm going to have to go right through the middle of this leaf on the shamrock. So I'm just going to kind of put my wire in a U shape, right? I got a big long U shape here. And I'm going to just feed these two guys through. I'm going to find a couple holes. I know I'm over this portion of my grapevine underneath. All right, got it through that. I can feel that it hit the table underneath. And there it is under there. It came right through. And you pull that in, and I'll show you guys, you can't see that at all, and that's pretty awesome. Let me see. All right, this guy came through the same side. Really? I'm just gonna I'm gonna wrap it around back here. It feels like it came through the same hole. I know it didn't, but there's a possibility it's going through the same route, both wires. And what I want is I want to be able to secure it as far as like, I don't want you to be able to just pull it out straight. I mean, because we could tie it off in a knot, but if it's actually not wrapped around any of the grapevine, it's just going through it, it'll just come right back out. So I'm just going to kind of bend it around on the back. And that's what these little pliers come in handy for, so you can reach in there and grab the wire. There we go. So I wrapped it around once, and now I'm happy. And so I'll just take it and twist and twist and twist. All right, now I'll show you guys. You can't, it's kind of awesome. You're not really going to be able to see it. There it is, right there. You can even barely see. That's the loop right there, and you can barely even see that. So this is how I'm going to hang the wreath, okay? There's all of our goodies on it. But we are not done. Let me twist these a little bit more. And then basically I cut them off, and I take my pliers and I wrap it around the grapevine on the back. Julie, you have cousins in Holbrook, and your mom is... That's cool. My husband lived in Holbrook for, I think, 3 or 4 years. He's the child of a Navy veteran, so they moved a lot, but yeah, he said Holbrook is definitely a place that I would probably love to live. He said the stuff that I have described that I want in a community, definitely find it there. Oh, and a lot of green. Which I'm sure you can find that in a lot of states. I mean, I haven't traveled very much, and my husband has been pretty much everywhere. So I'm just twisting the wire, you guys. And if I was recording this with my other camera that I bought, you guys would be able to see how I do this. I basically twist and twist and twist the wire until I get this little deal. Can you see this right here? That's just the wire twisted, 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 twisted on itself, right? And so what I do is with my pliers, I come back in and I curl it with my pliers back into the grapevine. And I use my pliers to keep feeding it through, and then it comes back out. I pull it and I feed it again, and I curl it in on itself constantly. And sometimes it will naturally go around the same grapevine that I secured it to. Sometimes it won't. But you've got such a good curl on the wire that it won't be an issue. And then these tiny little pieces don't really show, but we'll cover them up with leaves anyways. Just for proper measure. Hobby points again, like he got for the flowers. Oh yeah, Yolanda, you were for my Super Bowl of Crafts weekend. Yeah, that was a very stressful weekend. I had so much fun though, you guys. I don't want you to think it was so stressful that I didn't. No, it was so much fun to do all that in one weekend. I did 4 of them and 4 projects, 4 Facebook Lives in one weekend. It was really awesome. I just didn't expect him to come into my life. He's it was sort of embarrassing. But I guess if I have to be embarrassed, that's the kind I like. Not when we go to the craft store and he spells out inappropriate words in the aisle where all the wood letters are. Of course, I'm not speaking from experience. But yes, flowers and water, that's really, really good. Beautiful wreath. Love, love, love it. Thank you, Anne. Yeah, Gail, I just grabbed them. These cat, yeah, they do look like cattails, huh? The cattail greens. I wanted a tiny pop of color, and that's because I knew I had this ribbon. And I'm not sure that the lights are showing you, but this portion of the ribbon here, this square, it's a lime green. Everything else is very emerald. Everything is super, super emerald. But it had a tiny bit of lime green, so I stuck with that, and then the rest of it is all dark emeralds. And I didn't want to just overdo it with those kinds of greens. You would absolutely love the Hudson Valley in upstate New York. Oh, I believe it, guys. I'd probably fall in love with anywhere other than the desert. Beverly, this is why I love watching your lives. You show everything in detail. Thank you, Beverly. That is exactly what I'm in it for. Everybody needs another perspective, no matter what. And at some point, what I can do can help you, then I'm all for it, because I've learned a lot from a lot of people, and that's the best part about it. And even then, I'm pretty sure there's so much more stuff I still want to show you guys, and lots of other things I want to do. I just need to find a different outlet for it. I don't know if I can. I mean, I don't want to do an even longer video. You know, you guys, these are already crazy, like 2-hour long videos. But we'll work it out. I'm going to pull this tail. I have one tail way longer and one tail shorter. So I'm going to switch them around, because this is all wired in, you guys. I'm going to switch them around. I'm pulling the longer one to the outside and the shorter one to the inside so that it won't take away from the shamrock. There we go. Pull this guy here. And then at the end, of course, if something decides to tell me that I'm going to want to put a shorter ribbon on one of the others, and that's what I'll do. I'll cut them a little shorter if I need to. So at this point, guys, I'm only going to add a few things to my bows, and I'm going to probably call it. Let me see what I got here. I still have a decent amount of, what do you guys think? I don't know, does that take away from the... I don't want it to take away from the shape of the shamrock. I always try to add like a small little amount somewhere, but I don't think, I don't like that. Stick to the bow, Whitney, stick to the bow. Alright guys, so I'm going to cut all of these shorter. That's the key. Like when you're adding stuff to your bows, just cut your stems shorter, because you're just basically nestling stuff inside the bow. You're not needing this big long tail portion of it. You only need it to be maybe a 1/4 of an inch long. So I'm going to show you, for example, this bow right here. Here's your before. I cut that piece off I showed you. I'm going to nestle this right down here in the middle of it. Ta-da! I love that. There's something about it looking like the greenery is growing out of your ribbon and growing out of the whole piece. It's just my style. I just love doing that. There's something about it that makes me... The shamrock doesn't need earrings. That's good. Don't do that. Okay, good. Yeah, good. You guys all agree with me. Perfect. See, we're all on the same page. That's so awesome. Creations by Angie. Where do you sell your wreaths? I sell them on Etsy. There's a link on my description. If you're on YouTube, there'll also be a link in the description. But on my Facebook page, I can also post one as well. Okay. Is it correct to say that the wreath is just a hanger for all the stuff? I like to say it's a base for my floral arrangements. But yeah, pretty much. The wreath is basically your canvas. Sometimes, I mean, there's pieces of it here that are showing, and then there's a tiny bit up here that I wanted to show. You can still kind of see the grapevine up there. But yeah, your main events are going to change depending on what you want to show in the wreath. I definitely wanted that large hydrangea and the shamrock to be the main event. And so far, we have been on track for that. It's still going on. It's still showing up the way I want it to. The big hydrangea did not get covered, and it will not. Because that was my plan. I like the fullness of it. That hydrangea is just, when I saw that, first off, I went right to it because I knew that everything was on sale. And I, within reason, I said, depending on how expensive this guy is, it's coming home with me. And I was pleasantly surprised that it was not crazy. Regular price, $10. It is a absolute gorgeous flower. I mean, it just has this huge, beautiful presence. And that's just what I was going for. Where's my steel pick here? I think I can get this one to come up. Out of here. Yeah. So here now I'm just doing a little bit of not backpedaling, but fill-in, like a behind the scenes fill-in. If I have a hole here, left or right, I'm placing that extra leaf there. The wire is not showing in a way that I'm concerned with it. It looks awesome. The 3 places here, because we use dark green, it's not causing an issue at all anywhere. Let me see what else I have here. I have some more of this stuff I can get to poke out. All right, guys, I'm going to rip this one off. Okay. And so now I'm going to take these pieces and I'm going to cut them into smaller pieces. So I'm going to take them and I'm cutting them off. And this is the stuff that will unravel on you. So just, be prepared for it. You can also always get out your floral tape if you need. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them off super short. And I'm going to use these pieces. And I'm going to kind of glue them in together like that. So I'm holding them like this. And again, these are really thin, but we're not going to use a steel pick because I'm putting them in a bow. You can't put that metal steel pick in the middle of your bow. So I'll show you. I'm pushing this down into the bow. Oh my God. It's so cute. Do you see that lime green pump? So cute. So cute. Makes me happy. So I'm just taking them off of the bush and I'm literally just cutting them like, maybe what was that, 1.5 inches down? Holding them together like this. I'm going to put this into my glue pot. Might be a little difficult with your glue gun, but if you're real careful, you could still get glue on the end of these if you don't have a glue skillet. It's not necessary. I only got my glue skillet last year. Previous to that, everything I did was with a glue gun. And I also have lots of burns and stories that have brought me to this point today. It is so cute. Thank you, Lana. I agree. I mean, this little pop here is just so stinking cute. This is such a beautiful wreath. You are awesome with all the explaining. Thank you, Lana. That's what I want to do. That is what I'm here for. I just like to learn. You guys teach me a lot of stuff too. I mean, we are all from different levels of experience and careers and goals and businesses, and I just know that there is tons of stuff that we can learn from each other. So that's what I think we've all created. You guys are awesome in sharing things and tips and ideas, and the comments that come in are awesome. So we're just going to keep it going, right? I'm not stopping. I'm going to clip this one here. I'm just going to see if it unravels on me. No, if I get glue on it fast enough, it won't. Yeah, nope, it's not. So again, this is all from this little green cattail bush, I think they called it. This long stem bush. We put them kind of going down and going up. And so I pulled off one more piece, and I've just been kind of pulling them apart, clipping them into pieces. Remember, I love to take longer pieces and stems and turn them into picks. And a lot of times you can find a lot of picks, but they cost more. And my my theme is that why would I pay more if I can get to the same result just a little bit cheaper? You know, it's not like we're sacrificing quality or anything here, guys. I can get to the same result just a little bit easier. I'm going to do it. Like, for example, everybody knows those cotton, the real popular little cotton picks you can buy. You can get them in like little tiny picks for like $4. Or you can buy a gigantic pick or a stem. You can buy a really big stem for $7, but you can cut it into 4 pieces. So right there, you've already saved and budgeted in something that maybe previously wouldn't have been cost effective. I don't know if that's me being cheap, but I mean, I'm down for it. I don't think anybody else has got a problem with that, right? I love a deal. I love a deal. Barbara, my grandchild came into my slab, but was wondering if you have answered my question about what was hanging on the mirror that looks like burlap ribbon. The burlap ribbon. Oh, those are hydrangeas. Those are hydrangea balls. Those guys right there. Hydrangea ball hangers. I have them on my Etsy shop. And then there's also a YouTube video for it. I made a YouTube video. It's one of my older ones. I made it for my mother. Made a yellow one for my mother-in-law last year for Mother's Day. So those are just hydrangea. Irina, being cost-effective, thrifty. Yes, it is. It's thrifty, but you can get the same, you know, really high-end look, and it's really fun to just save money and say, you know what, I did the same thing, and it cost me just a little bit less. And then if you got a business, that helps you out in the long run because you can make a little bit more money on the side because you haven't spent as much. So that's my gift to you. Find a way. We will make it happen. I will find a way. And then there are times that it just can't happen. I mean, I made one of those hydrangea hangers for myself out of Pier 1 flowers. Flowers alone from Pier 1. You don't even want to know how I'm not embarrassed, but it was, just let's say it was not cheap. Put it that way. It was not cheap. I mean, there's times I've made arrangements from Michael's and I've spent $40 on flowers alone. And that's just the flowers. But, I mean, I was there. I was already at Pier 1. They were running a sale. And then they gave me another percentage off because I went to like a little floral class. But let's see. If I had paid regular price for those flowers, it would have been well over $70 just for those flowers. Now, I guarantee you, those Pier 1 flowers are gorgeous. And they're definitely handmade. They're not lying when they say they're handmade. Those Pier 1 flowers are beautiful. And I got a smoking deal on them. And on top of that, don't ever feel like you have to explain yourself to anyone. If you want to buy some pretty flowers, you buy those pretty flowers. Whatever makes you happy. That's what half of this stuff is, right, guys? I mean, these things are made to place on your door or in your house or on your mantle or somewhere in your line of sight. So when you come home, it's an emotional experience. You look at something and you're thinking, this is beautiful, and it brings a smile to your face. There's times where I've just came home and, oh, geez. Oh. You have a really bad day at work or something happened in traffic or whatever, and I'm surrounded by some of the things I've made, the floral designs or the lantern swags, whatever it is. It just makes me happy. It makes you forget. Like, yeah, there's a lot of other things in life to be mad about. I'm done with it, but look how pretty these flowers are. Especially, and if you got it as a gift from somebody, that stuff makes me happy too. You've got, I think I might be done, guys. I keep talking, but I think I might be done. I got my bows filled in. I'm not seeing any holes. I think I might be done. Let me take a peek. I do. I see one little tiny hole, but I'm going to put another flower in there. One little hole. So hold on one sec, guys. And it's right here at the top. going to argue with me, but just a little bit. I think maybe that's too much. I'm going to put this guy here. Let's see how this works. I got one little hole, guys, and I'm done because everything else is perfect. It's all filled in. But let me see how this looks. That flower was pushing in on the bow too much, and it wasn't really letting the bow be itself. Be yourself. Nah. One more try. Hold it up for you and I'll show you everything. And then basically all I'm going to do is just cover up. I mean, there really isn't anything to cover up on the back of this, but I'll go in and move some stuff around. Yeah, that's better. Okay, guys, so last little bit. All right, I'm just gonna make sure I dovetailed everything. Dovetailed everything. Looks good. Yep. Good to go. The other little white flowers are still popping through. We covered up stuff, but don't be afraid because, you know, it's meant to be like a little backdrop. It's meant to be in the background. It doesn't mean you don't love it any less. I know, I'm silly. Okay, guys, this is it. Let me make sure I have this the way. This is it. This is how we're going to hold it. This is how we're going to frame it. So the Shamrock is a little bit off kilter, not off kilter, but it's, yeah, show that flower who's boss. Yeah, I do. I hang a sign on back door with ribbons. Makes me happy each time I go in the house. Yes, exactly, Barbara. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Oh, look at those hearts, you guys. Thanks so much. Kitchen cabinets, that works. Thanks. Yeah, this is what we've done. This is how we've done it. I've got my alarm. I don't know if you can see it very well, but you guys, I'm going to put those pictures up. You'll see the end result when I have the studio lights on it. Then you don't have all this busy background going on. But we got a lot of pieces here. But my two favorites, the hydrangea and our Shamrock, are still making their presence known. It's definitely very green. Yes, there's a Shamrock on it, but I would love to leave it out pretty much all summer. It's green. Who cares? You know? And if you got a little bit of Irish pride in you, then go for it, right? It's all about it. Combative flowers. Pier 1 equal. I spend a lot in that store. Yeah, I agree. Amen. So I started crafting again in September and bought it. Time when my dad died. Yep, I believe you, Julie. Yes, they do. It should make you happy. Makes you happy. Daisies would be pretty. I don't know if I have any. I have some, but I don't want to incorporate anything else now. I mean, oh well, these aren't really daisies. These aren't really daisies, but I'm kind of happy with the two flowers. I got a good amount of greenery going on there. And daisies would be very cute, though. That's a good idea. So don't think that that's not something. I mean, that would be very cute. Be very cute. All the shamrocks, floral clovers. Perfect. Okay, guys. So I'm going to keep some posts up. I'm going to have a really nice, happy, exciting announcement on my Facebook page tomorrow. And keep your eye out for another notification on Facebook. I'm going to be doing a YouTube Live this week. I'm going to do my little experimentation. I should be able to do that on my YouTube page. I have a decent amount of subscribers. So YouTube's going to let me do lives. We'll see how it goes, guys. And then I'll definitely be keeping you guys posted on all of the good stuff to come. Whoops, almost knocked that over. And we'll have a little tabletop St. Patrick's Day just a cute little bucket. You guys will see that's super cute. That'll do on YouTube. And then again, more stuff to come. Real quick, let me show you just a cute little precursor. Hobby Lobby, you guys. Run over there now. Is this not the cutest dang thing you have ever seen in your life? Well, I mean, aside from my dog. But anyways, these come in pink and green at Hobby Lobby. Go snatch them up. I'm going to be doing a really cute arrangement in this. I'll show you guys that one next too. It's going to be not necessarily Easter themed, but it's going to be lots of greens and it's going to be pretty. It's going to be all pretty, but these come in pink and green at Hobby Lobby. Go snatch them up because I'm going to make one coming up. If not during the week, it'll be for my next live next weekend. So stay tuned, guys. I got lots of good stuff planned for you. And then keep your comments, your love, your ideas, questions. Keep them coming. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Etsy. Whatever you guys got to do. I love hanging out with all of you. You guys make me feel so good every day. And what we're going to do is grow and grow and grow and grow. So thanks, guys. Thanks for your help and helping me get to this point. I love it. She looks great. So I'll get some pictures taken, and then I'll go ahead and I'll get that post put up. If you're watching on YouTube, you know, stay tuned, guys. You're going to see some still shot pictures at the end. And then if you ever want to know what's going on through YouTube, I have a discussions tab on my YouTube page. And I will periodically be putting some info in there for you guys to keep in touch with me so we can all just stay together on the same page. Love your dogs. I have two also. Thanks, Gwen. Let's see. Oh, wait. How much is what? Oh, this umbrella. The umbrella was $29.99 regular price, but I got it for $17.99. So remember, you guys, 40% off coupon. This is in their Easter section, so all their Easter stuff was on sale. So remember, you don't got. I wouldn't have bought it for $30. But anyways, and Lori on YouTube. All right. Love all you guys. I appreciate all your support, your help, and your friendship. So until next time, take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.